Okay, we're live with another Cartridge Club Hangout. I'm here with Musty. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. Been playing a ton of Spider-Man.
Oh yeah. I anticipate there'll be some talk on that tonight.
Oh yeah, I assume so.
Okay. If I need to, I'll walk away for a few minutes or something.
I'm like 56% done. That's mostly side stuff.
Okay.
So I've got the achievement for the trophy for completing Act 1 of the story. I'm not that far along. I don't know how they break up the acts, but that should be interesting to see.
Gotcha. I have paid zero attention to it. And I'm not saying that to be like I'm not anti Spider-Man. So
Yeah.
don't interpret it that way. I didn't pick it up on day one, and um I anticipate you'll get what I'm thinking of doing is there's that first wave who plays it and then ditches it. And it's getting the used copies from those people. Um,
The
is what
Octopath
I'm
method.
is what I'm hoping. Yeah, exactly what I did with Octopath.
Yeah, okay.
Because if I can get that at with my Elite Pro still, because I still can till November, then I could get like was it a $56 game becomes a like $44 game or something like that.
Hmm. I even got mine on sale from I think last year's E3 sale, the one that wasn't on Walmart.
Yeah.
um, but it was in Canada. The games are 80 bucks Canadian, so it was 30 bucks off that. So I got it for 50 something.
It's not bad, and you get it.
Not
You
at
got
all.
it. Right out the gate, and
Yeah, day early, in fact.
yeah,
Which
must.
because Iron Fist season 2 dropped the same freaking day, I did not get to take full advantage of, and I do not regret the decision to watch Iron Fist instead of play Spider-Man. Damn it,
Yeah,
it's way better than season 1.
it sounds like there are some people who just haven't put it down. I saw
Yeah.
uh, Miles and Catherine's tweet that they're at like 98%.
Yeah, my friend Bcom already platinumed it.
Really?
Yeah, he just blitzed the entire thing so he could start up Dragon Quest XI,
Wow. Well,
which neither of those were games he thought he was going to pick up, and then he ended up picking up both of them because he had gift cards he had forgotten about.
gotcha.
But I think I hyped up Dragon Quest a little.
Hey, I mean, sometimes it's close enough to what that fits into that person's level of their comfort zone for that style of game, and you know, I mean, I'm more intrigued about it than I was prior to it, but
Dragon Quest or
yeah, but I haven't. I kind of owe it to myself to play some other Dragon Quests first, probably.
not really. You can start with this one. It's fine. I don't think it's like part of any trilogies or whatever with any sort of connected plots. It's a lot of the story beats for Dragon Quest games are similar. Like
Sure.
destined child, secret freaking past, go do the thing.
Mhm.
But it's all the stuff around that and the characters and the world, all the things built on top of that on that basic foundation. That's what makes Dragon Quest good. Same with the combat. It's like they've got just butter smooth basic combat mechanics. Like all the stuff from the NES game has been, it's basically the same except they've added on top of it, but it's rock solid at the base. And they just add a couple more things. There's a new camera mode in this one, but you can turn that off. It's purely visual. I don't know why they did that, but I can see other people, like, it's a free roam camera, kind of like have you played any Tales of games or seen any of those where you're kind of in a circle and you're running around freely along the battlefield inside a
It's
turn-based?
like the battle starts, but then you're in an arena kind of.
Yeah, and you
Okay.
can run around freely and move the camera as you want to.
Okay.
It
I have
doesn't
not.
do,
I don't think I've played a game like that, but I know what you're talking about.
yeah, not quite Ni no Kuni, maybe closer to Eternal Sonata, but like it's still turn-based. The
Okay.
go-to comparison is Final Fantasy 12, I think.
Sure.
But it's still, all the combat mechanics and everything else work exactly the same. I think I dodged maybe one enemy's attack by moving around, it wasn't enough to make me stay in that. But if you like the back and forth where it does like the dynamic animation every time someone takes a turn, and you just focus on combat rather than fidgeting around the map for no reason, you can change it back to the classic. It doesn't do anything else. It's weird, but I can see people liking it. Just not me. Or anyone that reviewed it, because I never even saw that combat, I don't think. I think I saw everyone do the classic style and no reviews that I watched mentioned it. That's how quickly people are like, nope, not for me, and go back to the normal one that they forget it was a thing and they don't mention it in the review. But it's just a purely visual change, so. But there's a lot of quality of life changes in this game that makes it way easier. Like almost too easy at points, where it's strange how linear it is, even for a turn-based RPG. Like, not in a bad way, but like, you're so used to going off and doing side stuff and grinding to make sure you're ready for the next thing. You don't have to do that here. At all, almost. And I even got to the point where I was so overleveled by the time I got my third or fourth party member that they joined the party under me. And they joined pretty quick. There's very little grinding involved. Apparently it does ramp up a little, but never too crazy. It's a pretty casual game, actually. But again, not in a bad way.
That's good.
Yeah, I think we're all just so used to RPGs running us around in circles that it's weird not to have to do that. It's the part where it gets me. Know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, the last one that didn't do that for me was 13, Final Fantasy 13. Because you were on the path, right? You either you either finished that battle or you started that battle over. Yeah.
It's not linear in the same way, by the way. There's still the open map and you can wander around just like any other game. It's just the story, point A to point B. You don't have to divert that much.
Okay.
But I'm just not used to doing that, so it seems weird. Anyway, speaking of RPGs, I don't know how long ago this was announced, but did you see that apparently PlayStation 4 is getting a port of The Last Remnant?
I just saw that this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw it before I started the thing up. Someone was like, what the heck?
Yeah, so it was supposed to come to PS3 and never did, despite the Wikipedia article still saying that it came out on PS3. It did not. And so, so now it's coming to PS4 because Xbox just doesn't have a market for our JRPGs, I think.
Yeah, they're trying to correct that now-ish. With not with turn-based, but
which is surprising
with Nier and stuff like that.
I mean, it's just surprising that, you know, with a game that was an Xbox exclusive, 360 exclusive, basically, that's not
on Xbox.
Yeah, unless all the articles I've seen have been PlayStation articles, which would definitely not want to draw attention to the fact that it's coming to both. I guess I didn't look or.
Neither did I. It might be worth doing because I did see that on the official PlayStation account. That's fair to point out.
I mean, they all have that tendency to do that. Not Lost Remnant. Last.
It launches on PS4 in December. Let's see, release dates announced. I guess that was at Tokyo Game Show that was revealed.
And everything that I'm seeing says
PS4.
No, that's like there's that ending screen on the reveal trailer. Dead center.
Okay, only on PlayStation.
And like they pulled it down off of Steam today also.
Now that's strange.
They pulled the original edition off of Steam.
Oh, okay.
So you can't buy the old one anymore. Is what
that sucks.
Hold on 1 second here.
Good night.
Okay.
And he's back.
Yes. Yeah. He just wanted to let me know he was going to bed.
It's fine. But yeah, that is kind of unfortunate that they pulled it off Steam. It must be licensing, obviously. But that was the best way to play it before now, from what I know, because the 360 version was a bit laggy and bad frame rate. So PC was kind of your escape from that.
Yeah, I almost want to take a look. I need to watch this trailer because I've never played this one.
Yeah, neither have I. I played the first little bit, but it was just so it was complicated, the battle system, and the frame rate was bad, so it just wasn't very inviting on first impression.
Oh, that trailer did not. It's nothing.
No.
Except that it's December 6th. So they're gonna put that up against whatchamacallit? Smash.
Oh boy. That is not a good plan. But
there's some screenshots though.
Yeah.
Oh, they have the PS3 version and then this remaster version, and they look
nearly identical.
Practically identical. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just resolution boost, maybe hopefully more solid frame rate, done. Which is all you really need to do for most games.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to get the remastered textures, but if just going 1080p, maybe some 4K, 60 frames per second, done. Or solid 30, that's fine. Like if they did that for Infinite Undiscovery, I'd be pretty happy.
Yeah, I'm kind of intrigued by the fact that like this late in the generation, we're getting more remasters.
Yeah, that's a little strange.
Right? Like Crystal Chronicles got announced, and then this, and what else is in the last week? I mean, we've had a bunch.
Yeah, I'm sure there's stuff we're both forgetting, but not within the last week, but like Onimusha got announced.
Just gonna look up remaster.
Yeah,
Kingdoms of Amalur might, like their IP just got picked up like that.
That would be cool. Hopefully they get that on backwards compatibility for Xbox One. That would be the quickest way to make some money off of it.
Well, and that backwards compatibility isn't even in, like, EA doesn't even have to be involved there. It's
just like permission.
I think so, but
it was EA.
Well, EA
published it. Maybe?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's an article that says that it won't get a remaster unless EA approves. But and I'm not citing any sources here. I'm just I'm going off of what I think I know, but I was under the impression that all of the backwards compatibility stuff was Microsoft in-house doing that.
It would make the most sense.
Yeah, I mean, of course, if a game's not on the marketplace anymore, that's another story. But yeah, I think
I'm pretty sure Amalur is still available.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain that it is. But yeah, Vesperia Definitive Edition.
Yeah.
It
would be nice to get Last Remnant on backwards compatibility, just as kind of a here you go. It's the remaster's only on PS4, but here you can get this.
Yeah, I mean that makes some sense for PlayStation people because it never came to a PlayStation system. But yeah, I don't know. It's just it's interesting. Usually, you see the remasters come at the beginning to supplement, thin libraries, and now
Nintendo Switch.
Well, I mean, Switch kind of threw a wrench in the gears because now everyone wants everything on it, and won't take no for an answer.
I'm just kidding. Obviously, I don't
perfectly
care about the remasters.
Yeah, the Spyro games, the
trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna see if Last Remnant is still on the Xbox store, just out of curiosity.
And then there was a trademark on Friday that Katamari Damacy has a trademark.
A reroll or something like that.
Reroll, yeah. But I don't know what it is yet.
Yeah, it's still on the 360 store.
Okay.
For the moment. If it's
That's
actually
interesting.
available for purchase. That would be a good thing to double check. Actually, the full game is not just the DLC, which there was a little bit of, apparently. Most of it's free. So I think the only one that's a March to War probably gear set, it's $1.50 at most, and that's Canadian. So, the only one. Nothing of import. But it's still listed on the store, so that's something.
Yeah.
But they could do that like just as kind of a apology of sorts for not remastering it on Xbox One. Just kind of give 360 people that played it originally something to play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it's funny if you look up like latest tweets, or I'm on top tweets that have the word remaster in it, and it's just like people are like, "Hey, Square, now that you're doing this, make this," and somebody's asking for like Chocobo Dungeon, Final Fantasy Fables, which is the only like Wii Final Fantasy game I don't have.
Tornico's Adventure or something like that. They
Here, bring Dirge of Cerberus over.
oh boy. The merchant from Dragon Quest IV had his own dungeon crawler game on PS1.
Wait, which one? Sorry. Which game?
Dragon Quest IV.
Dragon Quest IV. Okay.
That's one where you play as like multiple characters in their own chapters, and then it comes together at the end. But one of the characters you play as is a merchant named, I think it's Torneco, something like that. But he's just a merchant.
Is it Dragon Path Traveler?
Either way, but it was like a dungeon crawler game.
Interesting.
I'm pretty sure he does have fighting capabilities, but just he's not a warrior.
Gotcha. Be interesting to looking at Crystal Chronicles. I know a lot of people didn't play that game because if you didn't have somebody playing with you, it was super frustrating because you had to carry this chalice around.
Mm.
But if you only had one person to play with you, then you had to like fight over who had to carry the chalice and who got to actually fight. Now you're gonna have to do all that online. So
that is super weird. But I saw a video talking about like all the
Medieval is the other one.
Different Medieval. That'll be cool to see when that comes out. I am definitely for all the PS1 remasters.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if only they could do Mario 64 on not the DS, that would be money in the bank for Nintendo.
Yeah. Oh, they could they could almost build that in as DLC for Odyssey at this point.
Yeah. I think I made a joke about that before with somebody. But yeah, just give that a light remaster and throw it out there. They'd have to adjust the controls, I'm sure, but that would be about it.
You could throw the controls out the window. It'll be fine.
I think that's what they did the first time they re-released it. Let's take this game that was the first game to really utilize an analog stick and give it to a system that only has a D-pad. That'll work great. Anyway. Yeah, every time Major Nelson or Xbox tweets out like something or other is coming to backwards compatibility today, I always look just to go, how many tweets down until someone asks for a different game?
Right.
Today's
Rumble
number, today's number one tweet down, and it was from Max Payne 3 of all things.
It was Rumble Roses and what was the other one?
I do not remember. It was probably a better game than that, but I
Probably
don't
a better
remember.
game than Rumble Roses. Yeah.
Yeah. It may not sell as much, but it would be much faster to do this on the computer.
Sorry, Travis and Briz and I were having a lengthy discussion about how different our Detroit experiences were.
Oh.
And it was very, very, like, entirely different.
Did you both enjoy it, or is it just like where the story went for you?
Oh, we all enjoyed it. It's just a matter of like if you could take portions of Briz and my endings and merge them together, it would have. I think it would have made for a better, like,
A better overall conclusion.
if you could come up with a canon ending,
Yeah.
I think we could kind of take portions of each of ours and put them together and make a canon ending, but yeah, dramatically different. Like, I don't want to steal Travis's thunder because I'm sure that he's going to talk about it during his during Polykill or something. But yeah, there's yeah, it was he got a raw deal, and I don't know that he could have controlled it. Like, I think just things fell the wrong way for him.
Yeah. Man, I do not know why those games just do not appeal to me anymore. Because I did play and finish Indigo Prophecy. That game was real weird.
Yeah, I want to play that. Like, I'd like to play through their other ones, especially if they're. I mean, if it's the same, if it's a similar concept and there's not a whole lot of like there was some like quick QTE stuff in this one, so I anticipate there'd probably be some of that in the other ones too.
Definitely.
But I mean, I didn't mind the cinematic, that cinematic kind of story. I'm sure at this point I'd see the roots of stuff that they've evolved in Detroit. So maybe me playing the newest game first is not exactly the best idea.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to play through the rest, I probably should go back to the beginning and then play through chronologically instead of working backwards.
Yeah, that would probably be the best from where you're starting now. Just because it's going to be jarring, but
I'm sure
it'll only be jarring for a little bit for that first one, and then you can just progress. But that was the first game, I think, that I really experienced QuickTime events. I'm not sure if that was before or after God of War or games like that, but it's where it was like just like the main draw almost.
Sure. Okay.
And I guess I wasn't tired of it at that point, so it was fine. It was interesting. But God, I am trying to conjure elements of that story from Indigo Prophecy, but it's just a random collage of unrelated images in my brain at this point. I remember the first scene, and everything after that is like, how the hell did it get there? For all the stuff that I remember, it's just like, what does that mean? How did that happen? It's like, there was this one level where you're like, it's a flashback level, and you have to get through this area. I'm trying to keep it as vague as possible.
Sure.
But where it's just basically kind of a stealth level.
Okay.
Oh God, that just hurt me as a kid. It was so hard. I don't know why. I would have to play through it again to figure out why I had such a hard time with it. But I wasn't used to adventure games or anything like that at the time, so that was probably part of it.
Okay. Yeah, it's on my list for this year. I had it earmarked as my eye. If I end up I'm doing that thing right now where it's like, if I get through, if I end up going for my ABCs, but part of me knows that, like, when I look at the this year releases that are coming,
There is
my ABCs are in trouble. Like
yeah.
Starlink, Spider-Man. I already have an R. And Red
I'll help
Dead.
you. I'll help you out. The
Yeah.
official title for Spider-Man is Marvel's Spider-Man.
Yeah, I played like 3 M games this year.
Okay, that doesn't help then.
Yeah.
Wah, wah.
Actually, I should look at that. Where am I?
But I'll help you out with Indigo Prophecy. If you already have an I that you want to play, but you don't have an F, it was called
Fahrenheit. Yeah, I have. Well, I just finished Final Fantasy VI.
So you're done for that.
And I had an F prior to that as well.
Yeah, I have several games that I could just run through real fast. But obviously I'm not trying for the ABCs. What do I have though so far? God of War, the original Sonic, Super Mario World, and Zeo Drifter. That's all I've beaten this year so far. Soon to add Spider-Man.
Yeah. So
But even then, that would be my third S. And I've only played 5 games.
Yeah, so this year I have Axiom Verge, Cuphead, Destiny 2, Firewatch, God of War, Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, The London Heist, Moss, Oxenfree, Super Hot, Trials of the Blood Dragon. So my R is still out there, but we'll be playing Resident Evil 2 and we'll be playing Red Dead Redemption 2. So that's going to get taken up. I suppose I could put Resident Evil 2 under Biohazard 2 because I don't have a B.
For my same justification as Indigo Prophecy.
Why not?
It's titled that somewhere.
Interesting. But yeah, like one of the games I picked up tonight might fill, well, it's on a letter that I don't have planned for, so that might work out. Actually, 2 of them. One of them that came in my VGM box. Although I'm not, I don't know. I may give the game a try. I just don't know that I want to necessarily. I'm not sure how long that game is.
While you're looking at that, I will go back to the backwards compatibility thing for the other game other than Rumble Roses. Zone of the Enders HD collection.
Okay.
For backwards compatibility. Where's the other? There it is. I've got a list of ideas for the CCABC from back when I was actually thinking of maybe actually going for that this year. Just looking at games that I could just complete real fast. Probably A Boy and His Blob. Alan Wake's American Nightmare would be even faster. Doom, for sure. Firewatch. I'm on the last level of Guacamelee. I could try and figure that out. Hellblade.
Didn't you finish God of War?
Yeah.
What do you need Guacamelee for?
Fair enough.
I'm not saying don't play Guacamelee.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Like, part of me is like, should I just go knock out some NES games that, like, I haven't beaten Kung Fu.
NES games are usually deceptively long, though.
Well, yeah, they introduce difficulty spikes. Like, was it Kicks? Cute.
Yeah, other games I could knock off real fast is probably
hour and a half on Kicks.
Rhyme, probably the Mummy Demastered. That would be pretty fast. Uncharted 4, I'm like halfway through that. Yeah, there's some games I could just knock out for the most part.
Project Doom. 2 hours.
Yeah, I still.
That is deceiving, though. That's a clean run usually.
Yeah, I remember when what's the freaking game? It's Star Tropics. When that was a game of the month, I actually went through that, and that took me like a solid week to finish. It was just so annoying. at points. So that's like one of 2 NES games I've ever finished, I think. And the other one is Wizards and Warriors.
Yeah, Wizards and Warriors. SNES Drunk just talked about those games and how that one's just like if you just keep plugging away.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
Yeah. Eventually you'll get there. It's just a matter of
persevering.
Yeah. Well,
the second one is much harder.
Yeah, so like, where did I have? At one point, I had like, here's what I have in mind for the remaining letters. I will find it. Riveting radio. Here we go. So I was saying that remaining one, I could do Bayonetta or Beyond Two Souls. For E, I was working on Enslaved, Odyssey of the West, Indigo Prophecy. I could do for J, I could do Jaws or Jackal, or for K, Kickle Cubicle or Kung Fu.
Could you do Jackbox Collection?
I don't know how you beat a Jackbox
collection,
though.
The same way you would probably beat Overwatch, go through all the puzzles.
Okay.
I don't know. Or reach a certain level. I was joking, but I'm sure there's a finished state for that.
Yeah.
Maybe you unlock stickers or something.
So I have Uncharted 2. I didn't have something down for N, P, or Q. Could try Punch Out.
Q is a much shorter list.
Q is like Kicks, possibly Quake. I could do a Quake game. I have
Quest 64.
Yeah. I have Cubed. QU. Grab that.
Quantum Theory.
I saw that at my shop, and I remember that being a topic of conversation at one point. So the problem is that Cubed is not any of the games on here. It's Res HD, Luminous Live, and every Extend Extra Extreme.
Oy. I just realized I could use Spider-Man as my M.
You should.
For Marvel Spider-Man, because I've got S covered already.
Why not?
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many that can just be run through super fast. I'm probably pretty close to finishing Blaster Master 0, the Switch game.
Yeah, so I suppose to beat Cubed, you would have to beat all 3 games on Cubed.
Yeah, that wouldn't be that short.
Although it might be one of those games that has the option to go right into the credits from the main screen.
That's cheap. Even for my standards.
I got credits. You got credits.
Yep.
Is there anybody watching?
I have no idea. Let's check. 1, potentially. No comments in the chat at all.
I see that. That's because we're not giving Steven his fight.
Yeah. Did you see my reply to that?
I did.
The best response I can think of. It's like the answer to all these questions is no, and then just fade away. Yeah, the random feud thing was not intentional on here for sure.
No. Nope.
Well, let's try not to get into that again this week.
Nope, we won't. We won't, I promise. I certainly don't want to perpetuate things if they don't have to be. So, yes, I agree. I cannot control other people, but at least it won't be me.
Yep. It might be me.
Oh well.
Sometimes I just can't help myself. But man, imagine trying to finish Dragon Quest XI for the D on the ABC list. That would be trying. So much stuff to do.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy with my progress. I just like so many of the games that I played have fallen under like I can't believe I played Firewatch this year. Like
Abzu.
Abzu. Abzu's a good 4-hour play. Like
Yeah, and that's on Game Pass.
mm-hmm.
I think as far as games that start with D, Doom would be much more reasonable and time appropriate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I made some progress yesterday. I streamed it, and I haven't gone back to check the quality, but I was just sitting in my living room. It worked. It seemed to work pretty well. I wasn't very chatty though, because it was 11 o'clock at night my time. So
yeah, and it's Doom. You're generally concentrating.
Yeah, that's true. But it was nice. I muted the TV. I had the audio running through the headphones, and that all seemed to work really well. So I could probably do more of that. Want to see. I don't know who came by. Some people did. Like at one point, I had like 4 viewers, and then I died, and then people left. I also wasn't talking, so people left.
Yeah.
But it's like I don't know what you want me to talk about in the middle of a game like that.
Yeah, not a whole heck of a lot to fill the space with. Not a whole heck of a lot of space to fill.
Yeah. It's like, oh, another demon. Oh. There's a puddle. Oh, that's a nice puddle.
Yeah, those videos were pretty good, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't watched his rhyming review of it yet, though.
I haven't either because, I would prefer to avoid
any kind of even minor spoilers.
Yeah, like you mentioned that even like some reviewers like showed stuff that might have not been suitable to show.
Now that I've played it, I'm less worried about that, but definitely just going off of the trailers that we saw, it was an aspect that hadn't been revealed up until that point, so I was a little disappointed that I found out that way. But it's something that appears really early on, and it's just not a huge deal. At least not initially. But actually, surprisingly, all the previews and everything made us probably think that it would start out at the raft with the breakout. Not the case. I'm 56% of the way through. Have yet to go to the raft.
Interesting.
Which, minor spoiler in itself to say I haven't gotten there yet, but just to say that it's not one of the first things that happens by any stretch.
Interesting.
At the same time, I have a feeling I know a couple of the villains that are going to be saved for the sequel.
Is Insomniac locked down for more games or like?
From BCom said that it sets up a sequel pretty well.
Okay.
But, yeah, because like,
I mean, it'd be silly of them not to, but
yeah. Yeah, there's hints of stuff. I know one of the things that's a side quest is going to probably come back in the DLC, which is another thing you could wait for in terms of sales.
Mm-hmm. Well, they also announced that there'll be a new Game Plus coming also.
What's with not putting that in when that game comes out? I know God of War probably just didn't think to do it, but still. That's a really weird thing to patch in later.
Yeah. Or like if they don't, I mean, do they put? You know how like on Legend of Zelda, if you put in Zelda as the name, you go automatically to
the master quest or whatever it is.
To the second quest. It's like, is there a way to skip right to New Game Plus, like to circumvent that?
Not as far as I've seen in Spider-Man, like that I could see them implementing it that way. Like you're obviously not renaming your character.
True.
Although I was really concerned that they changed the last name of this one character, and it would have been really unfortunate. Just the way they were leading it. And then they finally said the character's full name. It's like, oh, thank God they didn't change it. It was during a tense moment, too, where it was like this really epic part of the story, and I'm just spending this entire time, it's like, please let that not be their last name. Please don't have that be their last name. Just the entire sequence was that was the only thing in my mind. This game is probably really interesting to people that have not read the comics, because there's a lot of stuff in there that's just like from maybe the last decade of Spider-Man comic books.
Like stories that have recently happened, or
relatively recently.
Okay.
Characters and stuff like that. Like you've seen previews, you know, Mr. Negative.
Mm-hmm.
That's a character in the game.
Yeah.
Boy, is that not telegraphed all that subtly. But but that's a character that came out, I think, in 2008. And there was another character from that run that appeared in a side quest, and I'm like, wow, I forgot they were a thing. And it's a character I remember seeing pop up maybe twice.
And they just threw him in.
Yeah, as a side quest. And I was like, wow, they're in here. And they have a character model. Impressive. And it makes complete sense the way they do it. But, like, no, that's their name is not the name of the quest. So you don't know it's going to be them. But it's a character that everyone's, like, thinking, probably playing this, everyone's like, okay, character they put in the game just as a random little side joke. But no, if you read the comics, it's like, whoa, that's obscure. Even, like, it's modern obscure. It's not even retro obscure. I think they're somehow more annoying than they are in the comic, which is impressive in its own right. But, yeah, sometimes, like, I know I'm known as one of the comic guys in the Cartridge Club, and for them to pull a character even I am just like, wow, that's someone I forgot about. You know, it's like just not really a character at all.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be curious to look up to see how many times they appeared, because I did start like a lot of the stuff that they're taking from that's like modern stuff that's being put in is from the run on the comics that is from this writer Dan Slott, who started writing, I think, earlier than 2008. It was sometime after the Civil War event. They kind of did a soft reboot of the Spider-Man continuity, like within the Marvel Universe, which was very weird, and it's one of the most hated storylines out of the entire history of Marvel Comics. But it's like, okay, let's just carry on with this soft reboot of only his continuity. No other character knows this happened. But God, that was bad. It's a storyline called One More Day. Look that up if you want to have your head hurt. But
it's okay. I'd prefer to not have my head hurt.
Yeah, it's bad. But anyway, he started writing it kind of after that, like every couple issues. They started publishing Spider-Man 3 times a month, I think, and they had kind of a writer's room where it would swap between certain writers, but they all kind of contributed to it.
Okay.
But he's been writing the book, like if you count that, like where he'd write a couple issues here and there as the main writer, and then swap to somebody else for 10 years, and his run just ended. So a lot of it's from that. I think that was probably more explanation than was warranted for what I needed to say on that matter, but whatever. Eric.
Hello. How's it going?
Good. Just talking some Spider-Man. Even though Musty hasn't played it. I find my ways.
Well, if you're going to talk spoilers, let me know.
No, not at all. I haven't finished the game yet, and Musty hasn't played it at all, so. That would be, even if people came on later that had played it, it would be really interesting to try and navigate that with some of us having finished it and some of us not, or having none of us finished it and like we're all in different places. So no, there's not going to be spoiler discussion of Spider-Man tonight. You can pretty much guarantee that.
Musty, did you buy the game?
I have not.
Yeah.
I have not. I want to kind of catch the wave of the fast return people. So,
okay.
Because I still have my Elite Pro until November. So,
well, shouldn't that be starting any time now, any day, like today?
Yeah, you're probably going to start to see. I'm probably going to start to see people returning them, or not returning them, but trading them in. There's some big trade-in thing tomorrow. Rumor has it.
Yeah, good call.
So I would venture to guess that's going to happen.
Yeah. Good call.
Well, but I like. It would be silly of me, because I want to be able to critically look at the biggest games and, be able to say, okay, game of the year, whatever conversation. And if I wait, because the other thought was like, Ryan was like, oh, you can borrow mine after PRGE. I'm like, well, the moment I get home from PRGE, that week will be my first week with Starlink and the week that Red Dead comes out, and then we're playing Red Dead for the show. And then on top of that, that is bound to be a 30+ hour game. And then Spider-Man, if I wanted to be, I haven't been a completionist with anything this year. I don't see that changing, but it sounds like people are really enjoying this to the point where they are super close to doing everything.
It doesn't look complicated to get the platinum on that one, to be fair.
Sure. So I could get that bug and want to do that as well. So if I wait till December, I feel like I might try to force feed that game instead of giving it its due time. Basically
go through the story and then just kind of skip all the side stuff until later.
Yeah, I could
for the
do
most
that.
part. There are points in the story where it says, well, I might as well do stuff around the city until someone calls me, and they have to do a side quest or 2 side quests or something like that, and then someone will call you up and give you the next quest.
Has a child lost a balloon yet?
No, but there's a reference to that in the social feed, which is great.
Okay. My balloon.
It's not really a spoiler or anything. It's just a funny little comment. So it's you have basically this game's version of Twitter that you can check in the menu, which is delightful. But every time Spider-Man does something, you go to your map screen and there'll be a new tweet and you can look. And Spider-Man has his own account, so people are talking to him or saying, "Oh, Spider-Man just saved me," or other people are just talking about stuff. But one where it's someone said, Spider-Man swung by and he just let my kid's balloon float away. And it's squash Spider-Man is the hashtag or something like that. He just let the balloon float away. What an asshole is essentially the comment.
That's funny.
Yeah. This game took a lot from Spider-Man 2. And not just the game. There's a story point which is okay, basically the only other reference point for this being a setup for anything is Spider-Man 2. I can't think of a single comic book reference where this makes any sense.
Okay.
But that's without getting into any details. But the one other continuity weird just oddity for this game that I can mention that's not really a spoiler or anything is for some reason in this game they made Mary Jane a reporter, and like Spider-Man's not a reporter, but Mary Jane is. So there's like reporter missions, and it's like, why?
Yeah, it's kind of odd.
Can you hear that?
Are they playing Doom?
No, they're playing Mario Kart. I wasn't sure if you could hear it.
Yes.
Sound like they're having fun.
They're not fighting,
That's good.
though sometimes it's hard to tell.
Yeah, good to know.
Dude, they love the battle mode and Switch Mario Kart.
I know stuff like that can get heated, so that makes sense.
They will fight. I told them, I warned them. I said, if I have to get up at all, if I get up and have to walk in that room, the Switch goes off. So
You'll
hopefully
switch it
they'll
off.
know better.
It's
I will switch it off.
Flip the switch.
Yeah.
So hopefully they'll know better than to let the fighting escalate to the point where I notice it.
Speaking of puns, I assume the comment of Musty, you waiting to catch the bug was unintentional.
No, it was totally intentional.
Oh, okay, good. I appreciate that then.
Yeah. Because like this year, I still want to get through Octopath. It's like, where am I going to find the time for that? And like I want to start Final Fantasy IX as well. Like I don't know, I'm crazy.
You're not replaying 8, I'm assuming.
Not yet.
Like,
But I would like to replay 8 sometime. But I have games I haven't played yet in the series. I would be, I don't know. It seems like a bunch of people when I said that I was going to play 9, there were like multiple people who were like, I could totally play along with you, or there's people who were like, you absolutely need to, like, yeah. So I'm being encouraged to go after it. But I'm in the process. I'm writing something of the blog variety about 6. So I'm trying my hand at it just to see what that whole thing's like.
Cool.
Yeah.
I presume that'll be somewhere on Cartridge Club.
Oh yes. There is a dire need for blog posts. Like there's just we have people who dabble, like P1 dabbled. Dean's got a bunch of stuff that's like he's working on to, he said he's got round 2 reviews for a while, but he doesn't want it to be just him posting blogs. And so we got, like we get the kind of one-off, but like we don't have regular writers. Not that we need it. It's just, it's one pillar that isn't as fleshed out as the other ones. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I have to go, hey, we got a blog on now, instead of being like, here's the list of blogs that we have.
Yeah, it's a surprise rather than a regular thing.
Mm-hmm.
Musty, I wanted to go back to something you said about 5 minutes ago. You're getting some kind of pass in November or at the end of October, about the time Red Dead comes out.
Some kind of pass.
Scarlet Pass.
Starlink.
Starlink. What is that?
That's the game that has the Star Fox stuff in it.
It's a game no one else will be playing, is the other way to put it.
Oh.
So Starlink
game.
is it's the...
With the toy spaceships?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I knew it sounded familiar. Okay. Yeah. I'm kind of interested in that. All right.
Yeah.
I thought it was some kind of service or something you were talking about.
No.
It sounded like a service.
It sounds like StarTAC, which is the old Motorola phones, right?
Yeah.
The little black flip phones.
Yeah.
I have one of those. But no, yeah. So that comes out the week of Portland.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. It's like the 16th. And so I went and talked to my GameStop employee who, they treat me well and I treat them well. And they said, or I said, hey, I'm going to be in Portland. I don't come back until the 23rd. What are you going to do about my pre-order? they basically said, look, we'll just keep talking to us about it between now and then. As long as it's, if it's paid in full, which it will be at that point, then we'll make sure to take care of you. We're not going to screw you over or anything like that. Like, I'm like, worst case scenario, if they end up selling it out from under me, then I'll just need to go find it and move my $70 elsewhere. But
I'm sorry, I may have missed something. Is there a concern about this game not being available?
The Star Fox stuff made me nervous about how much, like, what I could see happening is it, you have the Star Fox stuff for the Switch, which is only that version, and then there's the potential that it reviews really well, and then all of a sudden those are just, gone.
Yeah. Okay.
There's
so
also
at a local shop. Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's my GameStop.
Oh, your GameStop. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
there's also potential for even local shops specifically for people to just start ordering the new Star Fox game.
Yeah.
Or try to start ordering the new Star Fox game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They come in and they order it that way.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
And it's just
Okay.
like point of miscommunication.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to order Star Fox Zero at the store, and the customer totally didn't mean that.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah.
You sure that's the one you want? Like, it's $2.99. I was like,
And it's like, do you have the new Star Fox game for the Switch? Like, this says it's on Wii U, and it's like, oh boy, that's gonna be a nightmare.
Yeah.
If you go to into either a GameStop that doesn't care, or a local store that doesn't know.
well, I'm sure there's a fair share of GameStop employees who are like, yeah, listen to this idiot. I'm gonna play with him and
Probably.
Just,
Yeah. Okay.
because that's what,
Come back to the GameStop being basically the McDonald's of video games.
or Clerks.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm making sure to keep in touch with them so that they don't sell my pre-order out from under me. But like, part of me was like, well, maybe I just don't worry about it and I try to find it when I'm up in Seattle, because I think that day is a Tuesday. Like,
Oh, right. Yeah.
like I'm right down the street from Pink Gorilla. I could probably go there and get it, but then I'd have to ship back, or I'd have to take back this box with an R-Wing in it.
Right.
Yeah. They haven't laid out like the pricing, or maybe I haven't looked it up, but they haven't laid out the like pricing scheme for the other ships and pilots and all that stuff yet. Although I saw a picture of what the like bubble packaging looks like for it, but I hope it's good. Somebody says it's like No Man's Sky with stuff to do.
Oh, that's a mixed message.
Yeah.
Hey, Yoshi.
Hello.
How's it
That
going?
light sure is bright.
Indeed.
Let's
Yes.
see if I can fix this so the light's not.
Looks like Jesus.
Really now?
Well,
Really?
Well, it was weird there because you can hardly see your face except you can see the long hair and a little bit of the beard. And there's a bright light above your head.
Can you go like this?
What was that picture that Rocket did with Jesus and the guy's face? What was that?
Curtis or something?
To Curtis. Do you guys know what that was?
No.
I need to look back.
It was a couple days ago. Rocket tweeted a picture. Yeah. Tweeted a picture of Jesus to Curtis. But it looks like he had superimposed somebody else's face or not the
Context.
traditional face.
Context, there is none.
Okay, yeah, there's no
let's see if
context.
I
I thought maybe you
Not
guys.
for me, anyway.
All right. Well, maybe I'll ask him if he comes on.
Oh, fine. Oh, I know what it is.
All right, tell me. Can you tell me?
It's Aaron Rodgers.
Is that better?
Oh, that's Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
I got to look at it again. That makes sense then.
That, and
Those
that's
two
why, yeah.
Wisconsininians, Wisconsininnies. Is that the right word for them?
Yes, we'll go with that.
We call them Wisconsininnies. All right, let me see.
I've completely missed.
Oh boy.
That's Aaron Rodgers. Okay.
That's Aaron Rodgers with a little bit of like chin stubble. That's
Okay.
Gonna start a war.
What?
Gonna start a war.
what.
You mean a war in the discussion here?
I don't know.
Moving on.
Doesn't matter to me.
I don't know. I think I pissed Sauce off a couple weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't like some of his favorite indie wrestlers.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
think my term was outlaw mud show wrestlers.
Okay. Any wrestling talk is beyond me, so
Yeah, same here.
you're not going to get
Yeah,
any.
I'm at the point where I don't care anymore.
Sounds like a good plan. I don't think Rocket's going to hold anything. He doesn't seem like the type to hold a grudge to me. He's probably gonna go with it.
No, I think he was just mad at me at the time because of what I said.
Well, just tell him how much you love the N64, and he'll be right back in his good graces.
Well, I am trying to get more Ultra HDMI kits.
Yeah, what's
That
the
hasn't
deal
been
with
very-
those things? Is that right? Are they like $150 or some ridiculous thing?
If you buy them at one-off through like Game Text pre-orders, they're $150.
To hell with that. Okay. I mean, okay.
The going price if you buy them in bulk is like 130, between 120 and 130.
Dude. Okay. You have to really love the N64, in my opinion.
Yeah, because by the time you get that
$150.
installed, it's like $350 for the whole console.
I'm done.
surprised there's not I'm surprised that the Poly Mega doesn't have an N64 module.
Well, let me just put it this way. Almost all of the RGB or HDMI mods cost that much to have your consoles done up.
It's probably some kind of parts licensing thing with the Polymega. Like something hasn't gone to public domain yet in terms of a part.
That could be, and that's why we also don't have clone systems for the 64.
I'd be leery about the Polymega because I heard they pretty much scrapped the FPGA and now it's just another emulation box.
Here's the thing. They took it out, from what I've heard. They took it out, and I've watched some videos since we talked about it last week, Musty. But I'm still not like completely knowledgeable about it. But from what I saw, it's like they said they took it out for practicality reasons because they just didn't need it for how the system was functioning. Like it was good enough that they didn't need it anymore for the base unit. But they're still open to, depending on the module and what system they're doing, they might add an FPGA to that if it's necessary.
It's still just an emulation box, though.
If it works,
That
that's
plays
all.
cards.
If it works, that's all that really matters to me.
Good point. A lot of people
I mean,
still
the
like
CD,
the
the
Retron
CD,
5s.
the CD functionality is pretty sharp if it works.
Yeah, if it works without it, who cares? But if it's not going to function properly, they'll add it to a module on a case-by-case basis.
Any emulation of anything past, say, the PS1 is tough. Saturn emulation's near impossible. N64 emulation's still not right. I know PS2 emulation's still not that great either. So, like, a lot of consoles still don't have very good emulation. And they probably won't, because it's just really hard to emulate that in software. Because, from that time, well, once we get powerful enough computers, I'm pretty sure the modern consoles aren't going to be that hard to emulate, because they're basically just computers as it is.
Yeah.
But, PS3 is probably never going to be emulated properly because of the weird architecture of the thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to end up being like the Saturn as far as emulation goes.
But the Saturn is getting this Poly Mega is going to cover the Saturn too.
Yeah, but you still can't get 100% emulation on a top of the end computer. How do we know the Poly Mega? Yeah, for Saturn. So if the Polymega is an emulation box, it's not going to be able to do all of Saturn 100%. So
Okay.
I'm talking like playing it like you would on an actual Saturn, because that's, if you're going to emulate something, that's the standard you need to have it set to.
Sure. I mean, yeah, because they said there's now 5 CD systems, and Dean, this is for you. It's Sega CD, Turbo CD, Neo Geo CD, Saturn, and PlayStation are the 5.
That's neat.
Which is, I mean, that's a great little, and that is every system that they ship, regardless of what modules you plug into it, are running all of those on day one, is what they're saying.
That's a
if
good
they
thing,
get it right.
I've worked on quite a few of those consoles, and almost all of them are a pain in the ass. Lasers are dying, caps go bad, all sorts of things happen. Almost all of those consoles now need refurbished. And people don't want to pay to get them refurbished because it still works. Refurbish it now before it dies. If you wait till it dies, it will cost you a lot more, because then someone like me has to sit there and figure out why it died.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's not just the easy fix of replacing the caps, which isn't always an easy fix, because turbo duos aren't fun. You know, there's 50 in there. It's like 2-3 hours of work, minimum, if not more. Anyway, sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I keep trying to think about like ease of use for using some of these carts and stuff. Like,
I know the local game store's been selling the Super Retro Trios that have the HDMI port output, and he sells those as quick as he gets them in, basically. Like, he can sell those all day long. It's what, $70, $80 or whatever, and they just sell almost instantly. So there's definitely a market for clone systems. It's just some people, for the common consumer, the clone systems are awesome, because then you don't have to go track down a Saturn and a PlayStation and a Turbo CD and all the other consoles, because to be honest, that's way too much money for the normal guy that just wants to play old games.
well, I mean, even the Polymega with all of the modules is like they have it right now. It's like $550 for everything.
Yeah, that's kind of nuts. But if you're saying the base unit comes with all the CD capabilities,
yeah, the base one, which is $250, has all of that. And to answer Dean's question about save states, why would you need save states, Dean? I don't know. I'm not sure if there's save states or not. Let's look. Polymega save states.
So this Polymega thing, it's at 250 or something dollars
for the base. The base itself, yeah.
Yeah, and it doesn't come with any modules.
I think it doesn't come with your choice of one, but
it might come with one, and then the other 3 are a certain price above it.
Oof. Is Saturn a separate module?
No. All the disc-based ones are in the base. That's why it's so expensive, I think.
All disc-based ones are in the base?
Yeah, it's a single disc drive for all 5 of the discs.
So do all 5 of those work out of the box?
Yeah.
Yes.
I would assume so.
How do you connect controllers?
That's why there is a wireless controller.
Yeah.
The problem, where's their shop?
Because I thought one of the things on the modules was the custom controller ports.
Those do have them. Don't know as far as the base unit for CD stuff.
Yeah, so the base, here it is, base unit with wireless controller. Here, let me.
All right, so any CD system, you're going to have to use the controllers they give you.
Possibly.
Yeah, the controller that they give you is this one right here.
Okay, so pretty typical of a modern controller.
Yeah. So it's, there's a turbo button on there. I have to assume that there's full save states and stuff like that. So this has a module built into it. It looks like it, I think. What does that say?
Okay.
It's got another drive there. Base unit is so then if you go back to the just the base unit controller is $40, but then the modules. So this one has I'm sorry, 460 and has all of the bundles right? No, I'm sorry. Here's Ultimate. $600.
Yeah, that's a bit nuts.
So
this
comes with the base unit, and then which has the wireless controller, and then it comes with each of the 4 modules.
Which are what? Super Genesis.
There's Turbo, which is I'm sorry, that's the NES one called Power.
Okay.
That's Super, which is Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo.
Then Genesis is called Mega, and then Turbo is Turbo. And then here's the controllers.
Did they say if this is hardware based, if it's FPGA based, or if it's all software?
Software for the base unit, FPGA as needed on the modules, I think.
I think the only one that has an FPGA is the Famicom. Why does the Famicom need FPGA and the NES
why would
doesn't?
that one? That's the least demanding hardware in the group.
Well,
maybe
I
don't
know that this runs Famicom though. Like the cart sizes are different, right? Like
yeah,
I assume it would run with a converter as with anything.
Oh, like a Honeybee or something.
Yeah,
okay.
That's my assumption. If the port.
That or they have a separate module for the Famicom.
Kind of eliminates some of the
stickiness
of it, right?
So the module can run it. You just need a converter, I would assume.
Okay. Because your Mega Drive games would be just fine. Your Super Nintendo and Famicom games would be just fine. And then this has the Hue cards and the I'm sorry, just has there's the Hue card slot, and then for the Turbo CD would be there too.
So, with the base unit.
With the base unit, yeah.
Well,
I want another picture of this because I want to understand what's going on here. Like, is this processing unit here required for running just the CD stuff? Like, because that's where you plug in those other modules.
That would have been my guess, is that the CD is nothing more than a module that it comes with.
Well, I hope they did enough testing on the connectors on that thing, because that would be one of my biggest worries, is the connector.
Like hot swapping stuff.
Well, between people hot swapping stuff stupidly, and just the fact that, like, after you remove the module so many times, connectors only have a limited number of cycles. So eventually those connectors are going to die.
Runs 32X also. Like, here's the list of systems.
Which is just nuts.
There's a couple of good videos on the Polymega on the Re-Res channel. Or it might be Re-Res 2. But they did some pretty good videos on it. And I think this is, if I'm recalling from those videos correctly, these are people that are from the video game industry and not just some random people like cobbling together a system. And they did like an actual like demo unit at one of the conventions or something, and then they got funding for it. So like they're actually trying to do it legitimately as much as they can, and there might be a digital store as well. So they're not just slapping together an emulation box to make a quick buck, is what it looks like. They actually give a damn.
Even still, I'd worry about the long-term reliability of the thing.
Yeah, that's fair, but it's still more reliable than a lot of the systems that it's emulating.
Yeah.
Which is kind of the point. Is to just get a reliable way of playing those.
considering most of those systems are like 20, 30 years old and need refurbishing that people don't want to pay for. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the point.
Yeah,
So that's the disc slot on the bottom there, Musty?
down here. Yeah, down here is the disc slot.
What is in the top module that comes with it? It is just a box.
That's I don't know if that's like
right?
That's what I'm. Yeah, I am curious.
I'll check
about
out some videos.
But like,
seems like it has promise, I guess.
Yeah, from this like grooved part forward, that's the part that comes off.
Yeah,
and you can kind of see there's a. Where's that picture? Yeah, you can kind of see it disconnected here.
It's a little bit of an odd choice. It's bizarre to me because it seems like these upper modules are nothing more than physical adapters for the cartridge and the controllers. Or to put it another way, we don't know what's in that big box yet, but if they've got the disk drive and enough hardware in the thing to emulate those disk-based systems, then the top modules don't have a lot to them.
I'd be leery until someone gets their hands on it and takes the thing apart and shows us what's actually inside of it, because companies aren't going to do that. Like, what's actually in the modules, what's in the base unit, etc.
I'll wait.
So then,
and I mean, like, someone that actually can tell what the stuff is takes it apart.
Yeah. So they might do that to a degree because they are, from the looks of it, just trying to be as close to the best way to play all these things as possible.
Mm-hmm. There's something in here about their online eventually their online digital shop.
Yeah. And
so
they have
been taking digital versions.
Yeah, and
games.
Yeah. I'm assuming they'd license them.
Oh yeah, I mean, well,
they wouldn't be able to do it initially because the upfront cost probably.
I mean, they're going to include 5 pack-in games, so they probably are licensing, five games that are on the NES Classic or the SNES Classic, or stuff that's pretty inexpensive.
I don't know, man. Nintendo licenses got to be expensive.
Yeah, it probably will not.
You got to pay royalties.
Yeah.
I could see them doing like TurboGrafx or something else for Sega or something like that. Because let's be honest, Sega whores their games out to everybody.
Neo Geo stuff.
I mean, come on, man. Sega hoard their whole Genesis out to ad games and let them make an official Sega Genesis through ad games that can't even emulate a Sega Genesis properly. If you've ever had the displeasure of playing the at-game Sega Genesis clone, you will know what I mean.
And Curtis can attest to that. Wasn't that his one console?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Yes. Yes, I remember that. And I remember telling him he was an idiot. That is the stupidest thing you could possibly choose. But come on, man. It's got 80 games built in. You mean 40. And then 40 shovelware titles.
Yeah.
That it can't even run the 40 games built in correctly.
That's funny. But yeah. I don't know. It shows promise, but I mean, I'm never going to throw down money on a system that I haven't at least had a trusted review of.
Yeah.
Although I did buy a 360 at launch, so who am I, right?
But since then,
I have. Well, I got an Xbox One at launch. Yeah.
You learned a bit after.
What is?
What?
Hey.
That's why we have the security features.
Hooray!
We have the security features.
What the?
Just what?
Move along.
It's done.
Yeah, hopefully that doesn't show up in the video.
It shouldn't.
Yeah, it shouldn't.
What happened? Did someone sneak in?
Yes.
Yes.
Don't you guys have to approve people?
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
they
we can still see it. Unfortunately,
it doesn't get on camera.
Doesn't go to YouTube.
Change one thing under the cameraman.
Uh-huh.
Put the other one. There's one that says like mute people on my large, like 3+.
I have that on.
You do have that on. Okay. That shouldn't have kicked their...
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. It's done.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh boy.
On that note, I will give you control because I forgot to do that, and I've been playing Spider-Man, so I almost missed that.
That was disturbing.
Yeah.
It's okay. We're all right. Don't worry, guys. We're safe.
Yep.
I was reading the chat.
Yeah, maybe someone go to the stream, the actual YouTube video, and run that back a few seconds to see if that shows up, just to make sure.
Well,
Will do.
I think any of these guys would have commented.
Yeah.
Okay, we're fine. They think of another topic. We do pickups.
Yeah, let's do that.
That at least forces us to display people for a little bit.
Yeah. I've got only 3 things, so I'll go.
I have to go get my things.
Okay, you won't care about any of the stuff I'm showing anyway. So
Let me guess. Comic books and Star Wars.
you got 2 of them. Actually, you got 3 of them. So just on a technicality. So all 3 things. Spider-Man, the game. So still comics. And the novelization for Solo. I don't really know anything about this one in particular, but hey, I'm collecting all these, so why not? And this is actually somewhat Cartridge Club related, and I'm just noticing some damage that I didn't before. Damn you, Amazon. Anyway, this is the trade paper cast book for the month is Batman Thrill Killer.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. I haven't read any of it yet, so can't comment. So, Musty or Eric, who wants to go next?
I can go next.
Yeah.
Okay. So, for those who didn't watch, this is a thing. So I decided to jump back in with the Video Games Monthly, and there's my... Get the logo on the... It's not going to focus. It says Video Games Monthly. So we'll put those on there. And I don't know if you did. Do you guys watch unboxings of that kind of stuff? Is that at all interesting to you guys?
I did not watch your video.
Okay.
Yeah, I meant to, but I never got around to it.
That's okay. I'm not I wasn't calling you guys out. I'm just curious if
yeah,
that stuff's at all remotely interesting. So I decided to pick. I'm doing the 3 at a time. And I picked only 3 systems to give me games on Wii U, 64, and NES. And so they sent me, surprisingly, they gave me an extra one this month. So I got my one up. So 4 games. One of them is this loose Game Party Champions. I watched a review. Not so good. They did have a copy of Zombie U complete. Although I realize that is one of the more inexpensive Wii U games you can pick up at GameStop right now. But
it is a good game though.
Yeah, I mean it's one that uses the system to its capability, which is good.
I imagine that would not be amusing for someone who does not have a Wii U to get in the mail.
Sure. What, that game specifically, or that game
any
for the
Wii U? Any Wii U game.
Oh.
But you can select, is that the one where you can select which systems you have?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm very specifically targeting a couple of them because one of the things that their thing does, so you have your list of here's all the games that I have. So they'll cross-reference that and not ship you games that you don't have. Well, the Wii U doesn't have 200 games. Each game list is 200 games. And so Wii U doesn't have 200. I don't have to worry about getting a double ever for that. The N64, you know, I'm never going to get past 200. So them just shipping me something I don't have is cool. And then NES, what I did is I took all the I took my entire game list, which is like I'm at like 215, and I marked all the ones that I have that I wouldn't want a double of. So like your stuff like Metroid or Mike Tyson's Punch Out or Contra, like those I didn't mark as not having, because if they're going to send me a copy of those, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Those I can, put into somebody's, I trade with somebody or something, which is funny because they did send me this Punch Out, which I did not have. And then for N64, Rogue Squadron, which I did not have. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah, so that was a pleasant surprise. Back is a little meh, but
you can swap that.
Yeah. Now, some of the other guys were telling me, Captain Algebra told me,
Algebra.
Yes, he told me that if I message them and say, "Hey, don't send me ones that don't have a case," they will make sure not to. Like, but by default, they don't mark that off as something not to do. But I don't know. I don't know that I care enough, and that game is like not good enough for me to like be like, oh, I really wish I had the case for it. Like, like it got a 1 out of 10. It got a 1 out of 10.
Not having the case gives you less to throw away.
That's true. That's true. I'll put it in a garage sale and somebody will be like, ooh. So then
seals.
I went to my local shop, my non-GameStop local shop. They were running a buy two get one on pre-owned across the board, and so I grabbed a couple of Xbox games and a PS2 game, and then one other thing, which I'll show that last. The PS2 game is loose with a reprinted case, and this case is not an original PS2 case anyways, but it's the 626 Stitch game, which is the prequel to the movies. And it's fun. It's a mascot platformer collectathon kind of game. Then for Xbox, I got TMNT 2 Battle Nexus. And this is the one that and it's complete and has an extra manual. So
French manual.
Are you sure it's not French? Yeah.
Good call.
I mean, it's not longer than it should be and smushed into the box, so it probably isn't.
It is not French.
Okay.
No, they are the same. Well, at first glance, they are the same, but neither. Yeah, this is not there's no French on the back cover either. But this one, you can unlock the original arcade game.
Yeah, the TMNT 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, which one has Turtles in Time on it? Is there one of those? Is it like 3 or?
It would have to be. I would think this is 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other game I got is Jaeger, which it's been on people's hidden gems list.
Yeah.
I've been trying it. It plays the way that I see Starlink playing, to be totally honest. Like, you can switch between like hover mode and flight mode, and you're dealing with targets and all that kind of stuff. So I tried it out though so far. It is a Y game, so I may use that as my ABC. And then got this for $8. And
Wait,
it has an abundant.
I'm sorry.
It's the top secret passwords book.
Okay.
So there's passwords for Gargoyle's Quest if anybody wants them.
Now wait a minute. Like code, like cheat codes or passwords for games that have passwords?
Actual passwords.
For what?
For the games.
No. What does that mean? Not every game.
These games have password modes.
Okay.
Like, here's Gargoyle's Quest on the. So there's.
Okay. So it's passwords for games that have passwords.
Yes.
It's
so
not like Game Genie codes or
no.
Up, down, down, left, right codes. Okay.
Yeah, like Faxanadu. Like if you wanted to be at this point, here's the code.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
That password right there makes me not want to play that game.
There's
question marks. There's lowercase and uppercase. Give me a break.
Yeah.
That's a bad password. That means there's
Hold on,
like
let me
50 characters to choose from.
Eric,
Yeah.
you have a cell phone. When you get to the password screen, you snap a picture of the password screen with your phone, and then you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I'm worried about data entry.
Here's Adventures of Lolo.
Whoa.
Hearts and clubs and diamonds.
Plus sign.
Yeah, man. Crazy
I'm out.
passwords.
Save state.
The one in like Super Castlevania 4 is not bad. The one that uses the symbols.
Yeah, that says symbols, right?
And they talk through that. They actually talk through what.
I've had a nightmare before phones.
Oh no, I'm sorry. That's the Mega Man one. So the Mega Man one, they like lay out like if you want to have beaten this guy and this guy and this guy, like here are the individual components you need to put together to.
That means they cracked it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, it's one of those Nintendo Power like guides that I didn't have the
nice pick.
right, like the Mario Mania one is probably like the most common one that I'm seeing. But
is that it for your pickups, by the way?
Yep, that is it.
Can I ask a question?
You may.
I'm way behind on these things. I didn't realize that thing that you bought, this box.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was some kind of loot box where they give you like T-shirts and weird stuff. What you're telling me is it's a subscription service where they just send you used games.
Yeah, they basically will they have a ton of games coming in, and then you sign up for a three game per month, 4 game per month, 5 game per month, or 10 game per month. You just tell them everything you have.
What's it called?
Video Games Monthly is one of the services. There's another one called Retro Game Treasure.
And where do they get their inventory?
I don't know. I know that they do buy from like.
Okay.
I offered them at one point or I said like, here's pictures of what I have. There was nothing like amazing, right? But it was a bunch of stuff that like would have been good to fill out a box. They didn't get back to me, so I ended up selling it off at C3. And
would
then
they have bought it from you?
Sounds like it. Okay. I think they might have bought it with credit, like hey, we'll cover your next 2 boxes or something like that.
So you said you enter the games that you've already gone.
Yep.
Do you have to enter the ones that they send you, or do they automatically keep track? You have to do it too?
So Video Games Monthly, yes. You have to enter the ones that they send you.
That's funny.
Retro Game Treasure does update your list based on what they have sent as well.
Do you mind if I
know Jogo's Retro has done both services.
Okay.
Jason from Corpse Flood Gaming, who haven't seen him on posting videos in a while, but he used to do both. And yeah, like it's interesting for and I mentioned this on the video, but it's like there aren't a lot of shops that have retro for me in the area.
Mm-hmm.
And so this basically for a fairly reasonable shipping charge, it's like $8 for shipping on it.
A month?
Yeah, so
plus the subscription.
So the box that I got, the three at a time, is $29.99
a month.
A month plus the $8 shipping. So it's like, so if I were to go onto eBay and buy these individually, and they'd each ship with their own shipping fee, it's more about the mystery, I think. I've seen people get amazing like months, and I don't know if that's because they've been around for a while, or maybe they just happened to get lucky one month. But I've seen people pull like somebody pulled a River City Ransom out of their box, and I was like, that makes the cost right there. Like
Sure.
to get a month like that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Man,
So, do you have to sign up for a minimum amount of time?
Nope. Cancel at any time.
All right. Well, I'm sorry. I guess I'm sorry now. I didn't watch your videos. I typically don't watch these monthly loot box videos because I always thought if you're part
They
of
always throw a
junk. But
yeah, they always throw a tchotchke in there, but Video Games Monthly specifically is
games. Well,
Yes.
that is a cool idea.
Yeah.
That's what these things should be. Loot boxes are weird to me, but I know
Yeah,
people
that's
really
like
them.
the we bought all this stuff in bulk, all these little toys and trinkets and stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
the nice thing is, at least with
You have enough Funkos?
right?
Here's some more.
Yeah. The thing with those is at least they go like, hey, the theme of this one this month is Halo.
Yeah.
So
No,
if you're interested, like everything is then a common theme, or hey, it's sci-fi or space or those kind of things, and so you can kind of opt in, opt out based on that. This basically just keeps me in until I say I want out.
Okay.
But yeah, I may go through my Wii U list and just tick off some of the ones that was just like, I don't want them to send me this.
Yeah.
It's like, if you guys want to send me Hello Kitty, thank you, but how about not on the carnival games and stuff like that?
Mm-hmm. No chicken shoot on the way.
Chicken shoot or Cold Stone Creamery.
Yeah, I have a Cold Stone Creamery game story from a convention. Is one of the local vendors at the Vancouver Retro Gaming Expo. It was either 2014 or so, maybe 2015. But they kept everyone that came by. It's they kept showing them the Cold Stone Creamery game on the Wii and saying it was a rare and expensive game, and see if they could trick anybody into thinking that it was actually rare. I don't think they would have actually charged an exorbitant amount to anyone that was tricked, but it was just kind of a gag.
That's funny.
Because it's obscure enough that they could see how many people they could fool with it. I don't think they were trying to be shady at all. They're one of the tables that I would always get deals at, so they're just trying to have fun. So that's the story for that incredibly random shovelware game.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Some of the shovelware that's out there is at least good enough for a chuckle.
Yeah.
I mean, and there's some games that don't display themselves as shovelware, but yeah, they are not. I don't know, not good. Yeah. Well, I mean, has anyone played Endless Ocean?
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
I've never put it on a console.
I think the All Gen Gamers guys have, or at least Jason has.
I have it. I haven't tried. I watched the Game Grumps did a brief playthrough of it, and it just looks bonkers.
Yeah. Actually, I got remember I got one of those games that the Game Grumps did. I got it the week that they were doing it, and I showed it. It was Dog's Life or whatever it was. But I had no idea.
Was it Island of Dogs? Dog Island?
Yeah, the Dog Island. Not a Dog Island, the Dog Island.
Yep,
I found that the other day, and I'm like, oh yeah, that was a video game.
Oh man. They have it at GameStop for $6.99.
Oh, the opening to that game is horrendous.
There's the what's that other one? It's there's a Build-A-Bear one. Build-A-Bear game.
The weirdest thing about the Dog Island is that it has a very anime style opening, just in terms of the way it's sung. But it's very childlike voices, and the sound mixing's off. It's terrible. You can look that up if you just want to see how not to do sound processing on a video game opening. It is so bonkers. And I just took a photo of the last landmark in Spider-Man. Trophy unlocked.
There's landmarks. Spoilers.
It's a side activity. You take pictures. Deal with it.
I will say there have been some pretty cool screenshots that I've seen.
Yeah, there was Actually, I'm gonna try that to see if that glitch works. I saw this random
The under the ground one.
No, it was I could just send it to you, but it's someone did a trick into the water, I'll put it that way. Josh liked it earlier today, which is how I saw it.
Josh liked it, so they automatically thought that you might too.
Yeah, that's a frustrating mechanic, but I'm glad that they showed that particular one to me.
So, I do have a couple pickups here.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
spaced out.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's all good. I spaced out because I was looking up info on the CDI, and man, the service manual for these consoles is a thing of beauty.
Yeah,
the absolute thing of beauty. But sorry, that's a side
I'll,
tangent that no one cares about.
No, you can show your pickups, and I'll send this meme to Musty.
Anyway, let's see. So I picked up another Saturn game. It's a bit of an expensive Saturn game.
Nice.
Not super expensive, but still. Mysteria,
Oh, nice.
The Realms of Lore.
Not familiar with that one.
Have you ever heard of Burning Heroes?
No. Maybe. I don't think so.
Well, this is the same thing as Burning Heroes.
All right. To Google.
Yeah, this was the first release, and it's actually, I'm pretty sure it's the rarer version. It's definitely the more expensive version. So
all I'm getting is this Danny Glover movie.
What?
Mysteria.
Mysteria.
M-Y-S.
Area. It's got an A.
A-R-I-A?
Yes.
E-R?
A-R-I-A. The
Oh.
Realms of Lore.
Burning Heroes. Super Nintendo game? Super Famicom?
Saturn.
No, Burning Heroes?
Yeah, it's also a Saturn game.
Oh, it is because everything's coming up Super Nintendo. Okay. Let me check.
Just to cut in for 1 second, Musty, do you care about an incredibly obvious unlockable costume being spoiled for Spider-Man? Like one that if you thought about it for 2 seconds, like, oh yeah, you would unlock that eventually.
I don't care.
Okay.
All right, let me check.
If I cared, I would have picked it up on Friday.
Yeah, go on, Yoshi.
Blazing Heroes. Sorry, it was Blazing Heroes, not Burning Heroes.
Okay. I was going to say, it could be Burning Rangers. Okay,
yeah, Blazing Heroes. It's the exact same game. It has the exact same box art.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently, it didn't sell too good as Mysteria, The Realms of Lore. Anyway, that's stupid.
Cool,
I picked up a horror game, which is a bit unusual for me. Galarians.
Galarians? Oh, yeah. I've heard of that.
3-disc game. I'm assuming it's kind of like an RPG or something. I don't know. And I also have a bunch of repros.
No.
Backup.
Yoshi, no. Goodbye. Good night. All right, go ahead.
I have killed lots of Madden for this.
You made it yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, there you're forgiven now if you're making them yourself.
Magic Knight Rayearth.
Oh.
What? On Super Nintendo?
Yeah. There's also a
It's the
Super
same
Famicom game.
Is it?
It's different. This is a turn-based RPG. The Saturn version is an action RPG.
Yeah. Okay. That's
Both
cool.
are good.
I'll have to look at that. Is it translated?
Yes. I can make you one.
Okay.
It's not cheap, though.
No, I know.
Treasure of the Rudras.
Okay. I don't know that one.
Ruju no Hiho or something like that.
Okay.
It's another Japanese RPG.
Never would
You'll
have guessed.
notice the pattern here.
Yeah.
Sailor Moon, another story.
Oh wow. Okay. I hear Sailor Moon's popular with certain groups.
The anime fandom.
Yeah, it's an anime thing, right? Yeah.
Yeah. A U.S. copy of Terra Nigma. Yay.
Is that a repro?
Yes.
Okay.
They look like actual games, though. Literally, if I just put this in a bin with a bunch of games, you couldn't tell the difference.
I know. That's why I'm I'm asking.
Until you pick it up and go, this is kind of heavy.
Okay, because that was a legitimate release, right?
No, it wasn't. None of these were legitimate U.S. releases.
Terranigma?
It came out in Japan, and it also came out in Europe.
Okay.
We never got Terra Nigma.
All right. I guess I've just seen all the repros then. Go ahead.
There's a lot of repros floating around now.
Is that a good game?
Let's be honest.
Terranigma?
Let's be honest. This is better.
Is oh, you got a better one?
No, just Ys 4. Mask of the Sun.
Oh, wow. That'd be cool. Is that translated?
Yes. All of these are translated.
That's awesome.
There's a ton of translated Super Famicom games.
Yeah.
It's like opening up a whole new can of RPGs that we never got.
Yeah.
Because that's basically what most of the translators work on is RPGs. You can find a couple action games that have been translated, but it's mostly RPGs. I'm also looking into trying to make a Star Ocean repros, but that's a bit more expensive because I have to buy a special board for it. There's two ways you can make a Star Ocean repro. The kind of way where you order the Star Ocean cart from Japan and then rip one of the chips out and swap it out with some 3.3 volt flash, which I don't like doing that because then you're running 3.3 volt flash on 5 volt rails.
Yeah.
You know, with 5 volt digital logic, and that's just kind of, that's not good.
Yeah.
I mean, you do put in a voltage regulator, but it's still not good.
It's what results in you saying, this thing could start on fire. So
possibly,
please,
but probably not.
Isn't that why those Street Fighter? What was it, Musty or Andrew? Sorry,
It's
Go ahead.
It was Street Fighter 2 and something else. So they
the repros they made, right? They had to put a warning in saying this could start on fire.
Yeah. By the way, Yoshi, were you done with your pickups?
Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Okay. Just wanted to know if I need to stop presenting you. Eric, do you have anything?
No, I checked. I haven't bought anything in a week. I bought a digital game today. That's it.
Oh, other than some lab stuff, which I don't think anybody but Eric will care about.
Yeah.
Ironically, both the games that were in that bundle you bought digitally, I have physically.
I have Titanfall 2.
Yeah.
How ironic.
But I got it for like a couple of bucks, and I was
now you don't need to open it.
Yeah, exactly. Battlefield alone was $9, and then including bundle of Titanfall was $12. So for the $3, I was talking to Melissa. I'm like, for $3, I get Titanfall and all its DLC, and I can just get rid of the other Titanfall.
I have one quick piece of electronics gear that Eric might care about. I bought myself an LCR meter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, wow. And then I modified it to have, instead of these stupid little alligator clip leads, which are super short, proper Kelvin clips for wire measurement.
Wow. You made that, you said?
I modified the Kelvin clips.
Okay.
I bought Kelvin clips that had like DNC connectors on the end.
Yeah.
Pulled these off, removed those, and just put them on here because it was already a 4-wire thing. So, yeah, this is a good pickup.
Cool. Oh, yeah.
Though,
you got some nice equipment, man.
Only Eric will give a crap.
I keep thinking I should like try to fix stuff or like redo stuff, and I'm like, I don't know, man. Yoshi's got all this really great equipment.
Let me put it this way: once you start doing that, you end up in a giant rabbit hole of electronics test gear.
I believe it. It'd be sweet.
And next thing you know, you have like a couple $1,000s of electronics test gear sitting in a room in your house.
You've got some nice test gear.
And then your wife gets mad at you.
Yeah.
Well, if you ever need to rig up a ham radio and or and or hearing aids, you can pull it off because you'll have all the right equipment for it.
Not quite. Not quite. I still need to buy a spectrum analyzer, but
the reference that I was hoping
was that the silent movie reference? A Quiet Place?
You should know I
sorry.
never get movie references.
No, yeah, I know. I'm being silly.
It's a fine movie.
I also made an audio probe, but I already showed that on Twitter.
Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
I built it in a crayon box. Cost 40 cents at Walmart.
I saw that box. I'm like, what the heck? Right.
That's called, I had all the parts, and I wanted to make it that day.
Yeah. Hey.
I didn't feel like, if I really wanted to do it professionally, I would have designed up a PCB, ordered them out, ordered the friggin' a better looking enclosure off the internet, waited for all the parts, but come on, man. Today.
Yep.
That's called, I want to have this thing up and running today. And then realize I have nothing to test this with. Oops. So I unplugged my one of my computer monitors and hooked that in, and it's like, yep, it works.
Nice.
It doesn't sound the best. It's really distorted, but what do you expect from a single power amplifier?
Mm.
Anyway, sorry, nerd talk.
It's fine. This is all nerd talk. You're just getting into a specific area none of us really have experience with.
There are 2 people in this chat that understand what I'm talking about,
Well,
and there are 2 people that don't.
I am.
Well, what else?
Anyway, sorry.
Anybody
It's fine. You
anybody
don't
get a
apologize.
anyone get a chance to listen to the extra that came out today? Did you see the
No.
extra? that came
Caleb's
out?
thing with the author?
Yep.
No, I saw it, but I haven't. I downloaded it. I think I downloaded it when I got home, but I haven't listened to it.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to listen to
Backing
it
up,
either,
man.
but
And Fandangi came out.
Mhm.
Don't tell Kevin I called it Fandangi.
It's okay. He'll find out eventually.
I know.
Steven's gonna tell on you.
Yeah. I don't know why
Gonna go
I
fib.
call it Fandangi when I talk to Melissa about it. I don't know why.
He's gonna go fib
Sounds
on you.
cute. No, I don't have.
He wasn't
Fandangi.
before. He is now.
Is he really going to do spoilers? Come on.
No, his reply to Rich,
For what?
not Rich.
Spider-Man.
Oh, probably.
No, he says that neither of them have played it, so they.
I was going to say it doesn't
just
seem like
doing-
it's up his alley.
Yeah, it's
Is
good.
that a fair
of course it
assessment?
would
Does
be.
he have Spider-Man? Huh?
Ooh.
I'm just kidding, but I said it's good, so of course it wouldn't be.
Do you guys know if he has it?
It's not on PC, so he also wouldn't
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
Which he would define as not good. So I'm not wrong.
That's true. It's not on PC. It's a PS4 exclusive, right?
Yeah, but if it's not on PC, he probably doesn't think it's good. So
Well, I'm going to listen and hope he doesn't spoil too much because
No, the guy. I'm surprised they must have deleted the tweets.
they said they were just trolling or what?
Well, RF Gen commented and said, "Hey, I'm waiting on this until it's like $10 next year. Do I really need to skip this episode?" And there was a back and forth where Kevin said that neither of them have played it or even have any idea of what's going on.
Okay, so they're going to spoil it without knowing anything about it.
That's probably what's good. What they're going to do,
Yeah.
Or they'll spoil another Spider-Man game.
Oh, fine.
he may have watched a YouTube video on it.
That's the only thing I was nervous about. Is like
Yeah.
he's watched the Red Letter Media review of Spider-Man 2.
I was going to make that exact reference, but I'm just like, let's not get too specific here.
Well, it's okay.
Hey, Red Letter Media might have reviewed Spider-Man. I don't know. I don't watch their crap. Red Letter Media is one of those channels that I just will not. After the Phantom Menace thing, which I fell for. I was one of the people that quoted that for so long. That just irked me. Now,
Sorry,
moving on.
I don't mean to open old wounds.
Red letter media is one of my trigger words if I have any.
Fair enough.
Oh boy.
But I won't go any further into that.
But yeah, so
All right.
they may attempt to spoil things, but it sounds like they even deleted the tweets to not reveal. So,
Okay. Anyway, you were asking about Caleb's podcast.
yeah, just to seeing if anybody had a chance to.
No. Too fresh, man. It takes me a couple days to get to that stuff.
I thought it was just a blog thing, but to be fair, I didn't even really look. But now that I know it's a podcast, I'll go listen to it.
Yes, yeah, it is. It's gonna sound a lot like the previous extra at the beginning, which confused some of us. But
The previous extra wasn't that my Rick V Day one?
yeah, it was.
Okay.
Man. Come on, UPS.
Yeah, Steven says there's no way they played it yet.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Yeah, there it is. Kevin says neither of us has played Spider-Man or know anything that happens in it. We just titled it that way because don't give any. You can read the last word if you want to.
Where is he saying this?
On Twitter.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He replied to RF Gen.
The
Yeah,
tweeters.
there's no way in hell he bought a $80 new release. So
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Well, I'll get Spider-Man someday.
mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I did
Hello?
just buy a
Sorry, you had?
piece of test gear last week. Still not here. Grumpy.
That's too bad.
You know, just a $300 thing that blows hot air at things.
Oh, the hot air station, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey man, I needed something better than this cheap $40 Chinese piece of crap.
Okay.
So I bought a $300 Chinese
Yeah, I was gonna
thing.
say, hopefully, yeah. For $300, you're happy with it.
It's got good reviews. I got to play with the one at the at my college.
Yeah. That's some nice equipment, man. Well, what else?
I think I've run out of stuff to do in Spider-Man with the sound off. I'm sure there's other stuff I could do, but I don't want to. Just in case there's any flavor text or dialogue.
How come Rocket doesn't show up to these things on time anymore?
Softball.
Oh, yeah, I think you told me that last time. Softball, huh?
Yep.
Look, man, I'll tell you what.
Beer league, but
It
So he gets home drunk.
well, I hope not. But
Isn't that what you're supposed to do in beer league softball?
well, it depends on whether you're the guy. You're one of like the three guys who like take it super seriously, or you could be one of the guys that's just like brings a 6-pack of tall boys into the dugout and
yeah.
this is my evening.
I'll play outfield.
Oh, that's true. Ramy doesn't probably have a PS4.
Hey man, that's what they did in Little League with all the kids that didn't give a shit. Stick them in the outfield so they can just stand there and freaking stare at things.
Picking daisies, man. Yep.
Yeah, as balls fly right by them. And then you're like, go get the ball! Oh, jeez.
Well, it would
That was a long
appear
time ago.
that summer has ended here in Oregon because it started raining. And once it
It's raining over
starts,
there, too.
it doesn't stop.
It's been raining like really bad over here, too.
Well,
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Not like really bad, but there was a rainbow outside today. That's something I haven't seen much of.
Yeah.
Well, there's supposedly a hurricane coming this way.
Yeah. No,
Yep.
it is. It looks looks like it's gonna be a doozy. There he is.
Yeah, we summoned Ryan again.
Hopefully, he puts clothes on this time.
They're on.
Oh, not pulling a Joe.
Recording with no nothing.
Recording with no shirt on. I'm hot.
Nobody
It's hot in
gives
here.
nobody gives a crap, dude.
Joe's the best. I swear, that guy.
Well, hopefully someone's still not mad at me.
I'm not mad at you, Yoshi.
But you knew who he was talking about, you. So,
Yeah,
well, because what? Why? Why would you be mad at him?
I thought Yoshi's opinion was very not his opinion, but more along the line of his the way he was talking about something that I really enjoyed. I thought it was kind of foul, if you will.
What's that? What is it that you enjoy?
My
It was a wrestling
distaste
show.
for a
Okay.
wrestling show.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
but
just
yet
wanted
you-
to see if you guys are even on the same page.
Hey,
I don't
man.
want to dig up old wounds. I was just curious because sometimes you can anger somebody and they think it's about something completely different. But
Yeah,
you guys agreed
well-
it was this wrestling thing, so that's all.
That wrestling show would have been great if you just took out one segment.
All right.
After that one segment, you just
Step
threw
this-
the whole show away. You
Yeah,
couldn't
grow
take
up,
it seriously from that point on.
So Steven says there's snow in the area.
Not by me.
Oh, Canada.
All right. I don't
Have
want you
fun
guys.
with
I
that,
don't want you
Canada.
guys to fight about wrestling.
Anyway, yeah.
All right. How was softball?
I'm fucking beat up right now.
Are you the kind of guy who brings a 6-pack of tall boys into the dugout?
No, because they have waitresses at the place. So
What
no.
the heck
the-
kind of softball is this?
It's two softball diamonds that have a bar and a restaurant attached to the field. So
It's a
Dude.
two drink minimum.
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
The
so
past
you
first
just
you gotta
get them
drink
to
a
bring
beer.
you booze.
The drink, past 30, you gotta drink a beer. You score a run, you gotta drink a beer. And the fourth inning's the beer inning. So
Oh my.
So by the time you get home, you're drunk.
nah, I'm good right now. I usually don't drink during the games. I usually drink after the games.
Don't
So,
drink and drive.
Yeah.
Don't
Good point.
text and drink.
No.
Don't text and
Don't-
drive.
But the food's good.
But text and drink is good advice, too.
That's good
What
stuff.
food?
That's
What
how
did
you end
get?
up sending.
burger.
I used to get text from random people when I had, like, what was it, one of those track phones. And I'm like, dude, wrong number. And then they'd call me, and it was some drunk guy. I'm like, dude, wrong number. Misty doesn't live here.
Misty. Yo, why's a man picking up, man? Because you've got the wrong number, bro.
Stop wasting my minutes. Is Misty there? No! It was one of them deals.
Misty.
So eventually you just start ignoring them because they're wasting all your minutes.
Yeah.
Stupid
I had someone
track
get
phones.
mad at me that they had texted the wrong number one time.
Yeah,
I've had that too.
sounds about right.
And I'm
Actually,
like,
no,
dude,
it was in high school. I let someone borrow my phone for a minute, and then I let this girl borrow my phone, and then her boyfriend was like texting me, and I was like, wrong number, and he was like mad that it was the wrong number somehow. I was like, yeah,
All right. People are idiots.
yeah.
you probably overreacted. Thought something weird.
I don't think so. I think he was just annoyed that it was the wrong number.
Guess it all depends on what he sent, huh?
Yeah, thankfully nothing specific.
Yeah. I've gotten some weird texts before, and I was just like, nope, not even gonna answer. Not touching that one.
That's a good idea sometimes. Anyway, I need to go get some more water. I'll be back.
Sure.
But just remember this. I saw a guy rocking a mullet the other day.
That'd be a good look for you, Yoshi.
No.
No.
A mullet in 2018 is not a fashionable hairstyle.
I don't know if you know this, but it's about business in the front, party in the back.
Party in the back, yeah.
Well, this is the new America. The mullet's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
America.
Bring it back, man. Bring
America.
it back. I'm taking it back.
I expect you to have a mullet by the next time I see you.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, you're the one with the long hair. You just gotta make a couple snips up here. You're good. You can
No.
rock the mic awesome and everything. You'll be fine. The Tennessee top hat, you'll be good.
Oh, jeez. What am I going to do? Give myself a spray tan after that?
Might work. Might work.
That was the thing to walk back into.
We're just trying to convince Yoshi to cut a mullet here.
All I heard was something about a spray tan, and I was like, okay, context.
What? They wouldn't have dressed me up like some 80s guy.
No, just a mullet. That's all. I think it'd be a good look for you.
Sure.
Only one way to find out, Yoshi.
Yeah, bring that mullet into some job interviews, Yoshi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure that'll go over great.
Uh-huh.
As I show up with a mullet.
Well, they
And,
say
like, ESD Lab Fest.
they'll say this guy's clearly business right here when they see you from the front.
And then I turn
right.
around and like,
After
I
they
guess he likes to
shake your
party.
hand, and you say, you have all your agreements and everything, and they're like, party in the back. No. How about we go out for a beer?
It's funny. Good stuff. Actually, speaking of that, I'm sorry, maybe this Yoshi, are you a junior?
Senior.
You're a senior, so you have just a couple
Senior
semesters?
year one.
Senior
I
year
have 2
one?
years of being a senior.
Okay.
So I get to be a super senior next year.
Have you thought about interviewing?
I
Probably
probably
not.
need
Probably-
to soon.
Probably not yet. If you got another year, you said? Is that true?
I
You
get
got
like
another year?
2 more years.
Okay. Yeah.
4 more semesters.
Yeah.
Unless I wanted to take 18 credits a semester, in which case I would
No.
have had 3. It's not worth it.
No, I agree. I think you made the right call there. Okay.
Plus, I'm kind of traveling an hour each way. So, hey, that's what I have to do to live at home and work in my lab,
Yeah.
which is a lot more less stressful for me. I don't have to deal with a dickhead roommate all the time
Yeah.
who didn't like me and I didn't like him.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Plus, then at least if you've got any kind of student senior discounts, you can take advantage of the second year of that.
Yeah.
Now you're thinking here.
And for another 5 years after that.
Yep. As long as your face looks like that card, you're good.
Yeah.
I thought about it. I probably should go back because I think it only costs like $10 to get the card printed again. Just say, hey, I need another card.
Oh
Keep it updated.
God.
Keep it updated.
They don't require you to indicate that you're enrolled.
Nope. I'm still in the system with them, so I'm good.
All right.
Do you
One thing
still use your email?
No, I don't. That I don't because I forgot the password. You're supposed to change it like every semester, and I'd never changed
Yeah.
it back. So I would have to call their IT department to do it. But I know I could get Amazon Prime with the student discount, but it's worthless now because there's no game discounts. So, no,
Well, it's not. I mean,
it's not
depending on
totally
what else, depending on what else you order from Amazon.
Yeah, but I think it's because they lowered their thing down to $25 now for free shipping now.
Oh,
so
jeez.
it's kind of like I usually will spend $25. So
I mean, I was never taking advantage of the Amazon thing, anyways. I didn't on pre-order day either.
So, I just saw something on Facebook for whatever reason. Stick a cow leg in his sneaker and let your dog patrol your yard.
What?
Stick a cow leg in a sneaker and let your dog patrol your yard. So, take a giant cow bone, stick it in a sneaker, then give it to your dog.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. That took a second, but
Sorry, I'm not.
You have to see the picture. I don't feel like showing the picture.
That's all right.
We-
Ryan,
Much effort.
We'll take your word for it.
It
Ryan,
was
I want
amusing.
to ask you when does your Gamers Club Unlock expire?
In 2 days.
Does yours say through that date also?
It says the 13th. I can check.
It says through the 13th.
It just says the 13th. So
That's probably the expiration date, meaning it is expired as of that date,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, I don't know if you saw.
I think
I
that's the last
tweeted
date.
about it.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Mine said it expired on September 9th.
Sure.
I could not use it. It said through. I checked it just a few days before. The wording on the webpage was through September 9th, which was a Sunday. So I thought I had Sunday. I did not. By Sunday, September 9th, the day they had indicated on the webpage, the Gamers Club Unlock had already been
Turned off.
So if yours is saying the 13th, tomorrow is probably your last day.
Okay.
Just be careful. That's all I'm saying. Maybe your experience will be different. Maybe I misread
No,
it.
Red Dead 2. I was gonna do Red Dead 2 probably tomorrow, anyways. Like pre-order it at least, and
Yeah,
probably
because they
smash.
finally put the pre-order up for it, right? Like,
Well, I want to know what there's like three versions. It's special edition and regular edition, right?
so the special edition is the Steelbook one.
Okay.
Then there's the treasure box, which has no game. It's just stuff.
Is that the most expensive one?
It's also $100.
Jesus Christ. Sorry.
So it's like a cloth map and
And no game.
there is no game.
What the hell is that? Okay, go ahead.
So
Soon to be on clearance.
yeah, I mean, it's one of those where I guess you could opt for the Steelbook version and that box if you are like a diehard Red Dead fan.
For what? 200?
It'd
How
be
much is the
200.
Steelbook?
100.
Why is it 100?
Because I think there's some stuff built into it. There's some other
Okay.
stuff that comes with it. And then there's just a standard edition. So you could get the standard edition and this treasure box. You could get the treasure box alone and not get the game at all.
Why don't they just put the game in the treasure box and raise the price to whatever they need to?
I don't know.
Why are they trying to trick people into buying something without the game?
Well, I mean, I don't know.
I know you might argue that it's not a trick, except do you really think that somebody's not making that mistake?
I was going to make that statement at first, but yes, you are correct. I can't. I am tapped into this stuff, but not everybody is.
I'm just saying. It seems. Look, I get it. You should be aware of what you're buying. I'm with you 100%. These people have my sympathy, but it seems a little. It's like why? I mean, this is about a video game, right?
You're preying on ignorance.
You kind of are.
Mhm.
Here's the thing, though.
A video game without the game. What is that?
Yeah, but here's the thing. If you're into something enough that you're going to spend $150 to $200 on it, you probably are going to read the description and see that there's no game in it.
I hope you're right.
It's not really the mainstream consumer that this is being marketed to.
Fair enough.
Like, if you are into Red Dead Redemption enough that you are like going day one into the over $100 edition of it, you're going to do that research.
So what is the motivation then for specifically excluding the game and not just creating it with a copy of the game included? That they want to give you the option of saying, well, you could buy the regular or the Steelbook?
I think they're trying to say that you have the flexibility to get either version. Okay. If you didn't want
that's the only excuse they could have.
Yeah.
Otherwise, throw in a code. I mean,
I think they did that with Halo 5 as they included the digital code. It's the first one I remember where it's like it didn't come with a physical game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. Well, I find the practice a little bit questionable.
Here's one thing that it could be useful for. It's cheaper for the people that want to get the collector's edition as a collector piece. They don't want to keep having to open it up to get the game out, or they want to keep it sealed for whatever reason. Those people can get all the collectible goodies and the game separately and not have to worry about dipping into the special edition. That is a very niche group mindset, but that could be a reason.
Here's a $200 blanket.
Blanket?
Yes.
All right.
So
I'm out.
What's the $100 edition though? It says it comes with the exclusive story mode content.
Yeah, so the ultimate. So there's a special edition, an ultimate edition, and the base model.
Yeah.
So
And the story content is like a couple
special
sides.
edition.
It's
Special
like
edition is
bank robbery
exclusive
missions.
story content and a physical world map.
Okay.
The come on, cycle. What are you doing?
It's not cycling.
That's a standard edition pre-order to get the Warhorse and Outlaw Survival Kit. And then the ultimate is exclusive story mode content, bonus content, steelbook, and physical world map. So the steelbook is basically $20.
$20 for the steelbook.
And bonus content in online.
Well, that comes
Okay.
with the map too and everything. So,
Didn't the special edition come with that?
This says physical world map too.
yeah.
I
Oh,
believe
it does for the standard edition?
Yeah, so the standard
No.
does not. Standard just has pre-order bonuses.
And that's 60.
This
Then
is
for 80, you get a map
a map and
and
story
some content. And for 100, you get a steelbook
The steelbook
and online content.
bonus online content. So you probably
Which
get
is a
set
gun.
up to start. Well, you probably get set up better to start multiplayer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you buying it on, Ryan?
PS4. I know I got the
Nice.
Xbox One X, but the fact that it's kind of like your philosophy. I played the first one on PS3,
Yeah.
so stick with what you know.
How about this stick of dynamite?
Ooh, is it real?
It's a candle.
It
For
feels real.
$80?
I guess so.
What?
Maybe it is a real stick of dynamite.
Wow.
That would explain the $80.
Blow open your nostrils. Okay. What a crappy way to start a product ad.
Actually, it's
What a weird way.
that's even worse right now because my mom told me about a story where someone just recently, like, their power went out and they went looking for candles, and like the previous owner had dynamite,
No.
no.
and they lit it and it went off.
Oh no.
Are they dead?
No, just severely injured. Just severely injured. They're
Jesus.
fine.
No, it was like a
Where's
Bugs
that?
Bunny cartoon where they had the black
The
splat.
black. I mean, I guess it depends.
hair
I mean,
was
if you put
shoot
it
back.
down or, dynamite. I mean, let me put it to you this way. If you light a candle and it starts sparking like a fuse,
Throw
you
it.
get rid of it.
Throw it at your
Yeah.
neighbor's house.
Run
Wow, that's an
away.
awful story.
Run
But-
away.
yeah. But
Run
maybe it did-
far
maybe it did-
away.
Maybe it didn't do that, but it also is like old dynamite, so it could have gone off faster than it was.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'm not going to second.
But yeah,
guess.
it was like they couldn't see anything. So
When does this
terrible,
Red Dead Redemption come out?
October 26th.
That's the anniversary of the PlayStation 2 release.
Mm.
the
So here's the ultimate edition. What actually comes in there?
You said 26th?
Yes.
I know
The
tomorrow's my last
Friday.
day.
The Friday
But,
after.
Portland?
and that
Yeah,
version
like,
does come
Mario. Last year was Mario that week after Portland.
Odyssey?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Have you got this pre-ordered too, Musty?
I don't yet, but. And then here's the collector's box.
That is just
Still has
collectible
one.
stuff. That's a lot of cool stuff if you're into it, though.
Okay.
I mean, I assume this box is of decent quality. It's metal.
Yeah.
But like GTA 4 did that lockbox, but that had a game. That had a copy of the game because
Wow.
there was not the habit of. So I think what they're doing here is they're letting that person who wants the digital game but wants all these physical
Goodies.
things.
Yeah. No, I
Or you
guess
can-
I get it.
Or you can just get this limited thing now and wait for the game itself to go on sale if you don't need it right away, but you're a fan of it and you want the collectible stuff. It's really weird, but I can see the need for it.
Okay.
For a niche, at least.
I got you. It's not, it's bizarre to me. That's all.
It is.
But I guess you just look at it as it's not the game. It's the Red Dead Redemption extra collectible box.
Yeah, it's a
Right?
goodie box.
It's a goodie. Exactly. It's a goodie box. And you got to buy the game separately. And you're probably right. Anybody looking to spend $100 probably knows what they're getting into, I would hope.
Yeah, or would look at the description at least.
Yeah.
For that amount of money, would look at the description.
Well, yeah. But now I'm reminded of people who bought pictures of Xbox One
Yep.
boxes on eBay. This is a picture of the box for the system.
Good
This
job.
is
And they're
not
paying
a
$800 for it. What did I do with my...
That's called read your fine print.
I know, I got you.
It
That
is.
shouldn't have to be fine print, though, you know? But yeah.
Anyone remember that clip on All Gen Gamers where it was the guy that kept just going on his listing? This is not a DVD. This is not a
This
DVD.
is not a DVD.
It is a backer card. It is a card for collectors.
And I'm just gonna pre-order 2 games though, probably with the last 2 things on there. I was debating. I know I have that 125% coupon still to use, and I haven't used it yet.
Oh, yeah. I got that, too. Yeah.
So I'll save that for one
That's
more
the
thing
point.
probably in the future. Because I think I can use it next year. So maybe I'll save that for like Resident Evil or something like that. But because I don't want to be like, no offense to Scott, but I can't pre-order 18 games. You know, that's not who I am.
I don't think you'd be offended by that.
No, that's just insane. That's quite the amount. But no, I have a friend who still has GCU and he has it for another 2 years because he renewed it.
Oh, yeah.
He renewed it this year, so I will be taking full advantage. My name will no longer be Ryan when I shop at Best Buy. So I just want to see if I can get him because I don't think he has an online account set up where if I can set him up with that, then I can just pay and pick it up at the counter. You know, say, hey, you know, this guy Ryan's picking it up for me. Don't worry about that. You know.
Yeah, you got to make sure he sets it to the right person to pick up because they do. My store at least checks ID.
So I'll be fine with that for a while. Basically, it just sucks that I won't be getting my reward bonuses then. So
Yeah.
what you gonna do, brother?
I don't know.
What you're gonna do?
Buy less games at Best Buy is what I'm going to do.
I will purchase them as long as they are the cheapest and are on sale. So
Yeah, exactly. I just on the average day, 5% off at Target is going to beat no percent off at Best Buy.
they
Besides, Target a price match. If Best Buy ever does do it on sale, Target a price match and then do 5% off.
they
Trying to find cheap N64s.
got a couple dead ones for you.
Couple dead ones.
Mm-hmm.
Are they also
Send
red?
those to me.
Maybe. But you know, I guess tomorrow. I'm hoping tomorrow they have because I saw tomorrow is actually National Video Game Day. So I'm hoping that because I think GameStop's supposed to have some deals tomorrow, and I'm hoping that what do you call it? That Best Buy has some deals real quick before I cash out on mine.
That'd be
You should
nice.
send me some of those N64s, Ryan,
Maybe I will.
and maybe an Atari.
I'll send you those ones if you do the RGB mod. For the Atari.
Well, what's wrong with the N64s?
I don't know. I'll test them up. They're still, from what I heard, they're dead. So I'm gonna have to, you know, maybe a quick cleaning will actually fix them. So who knows?
People say consoles are dead, and then you plug them in and they work just fine.
Yeah, I still have to try them out. So
Are any of
I can
these
get
dead N64s that you are trying to redeem for other things also red?
no.
It'd be great if there were
Apparently-
two of them.
Apparently, I can order N64s from Japan for like $35 a pop.
Japan.
$40 a pop.
Pieces
Where they
sell
basically-
for about $30 a piece.
Where they basically took the cartridge slot and then shaved off the little tabs that prevent you from playing US games in it.
Is anyone looking at this Neo Geo Mini thing?
No,
Nope.
I don't need to play like what SNK fighting games. I don't need to play King of Fighters.
Ooh, I can get a gold N64. Should probably do that. That one would probably sell well with the HDMI mod. Japanese N64s seem cheaper, but it's all console only. Eh.
Eric, did you end up getting all this Battlefield Premium content
Yeah.
downloaded? Okay.
No, downloaded. No. I've had it. It's too big. I don't know what the deal. I don't have good download speeds apparently. It's 70 gigabytes, and I got to about 24, 25.
What is this now?
The
For
Premium
Xbox
Pass is free right now.
Yeah,
For Battlefield?
Yeah, Battlefield 1.
That's what actually made me
I
pull the
actually-
trigger.
Yeah, I got that today. I
got it too.
picked up the game a few weeks ago, but I got that today.
Yeah.
I don't have the game installed, but the
I should go in
DLC
there.
itself is like kilobytes. 'Cause it's maps. I don't know if there's any single player content, but hey, it's free. Might as well grab it if you got the game, right?
Oh yeah, I grabbed it for free, and then I'm like, I don't have the game, so then I was looking at the game, and they had it back on sale, and I saw that thing.
Yeah, it's a good.
Yeah.
It's like $12 Canadian was the sale on both those games.
Yeah, it was 12 US too.
Okay. Weird.
So yeah,
But
the
anyway.
content I downloaded. The game is 70 gigabytes, so the game is still downloading.
Yeah, that's not shocking at all. Game is huge.
But I was surprised because the
Huge.
content was, like you said,
Yeah,
really
yeah.
small.
Huge.
In fact, I'm presuming, to be honest with you, that it was so small that when I launched the game, it's actually all it's going to do is see that there's an installer and say, I need to download this content now.
Maybe.
Because I can't believe how small it was. But maybe you're right. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's all it needs. But I don't know how the game works. So
Yeah.
I'm used to computers or something. You download a thing that's really just the installer that says, okay, now we're going to download the actual software. And that's going to take, an hour.
I don't think I've had that happen a single time.
On Xbox?
On Xbox, no.
Okay.
I've had on PlayStation, I've had moments where it's like, okay, we're gonna download the patch, and also here's some of the content we're installing off the disc at the same time.
Okay.
But like that's off the disc.
Yeah.
So it's like patching and installing the disc at the same time. But like never like here's like it's never going to be like here's like the 10 kilobyte unlock code. And now when you start this up, it's going to download the other 70 freaking gigabytes of the game while you watch a loading screen.
All right. Well, it's just my cynicism then. Do you have Battlefield 1, Musty?
No, I have the I have that collector's the limited edition statue thing, which has a steelbook but no game.
Okay. Well, you should grab this pack. You should grab this pack for free.
Yeah.
I'm in there right now trying to.
Yeah. On the off chance you end up playing multiplayer.
And by the way, they've got a couple of bundles. There's a $6 bundle that has Battlefield 1 by itself. It does. I don't think it has any of the. I'm not sure what to call it. I think there's single player campaign DLC. There's a $9 version which has all of the downloadable content, but there's that packet today that's free anyway.
Yeah.
And then there's the $12 version, which is what I bought, which has all of that stuff, and then Titanfall 2 and a bunch of stuff for Titanfall 2. So if you wanted to buy just the game and you didn't really care about anything other than what comes in this free pack, you could get it for $6.
Yeah, but if you don't have Titanfall 2, you could get that one, and those are two very good campaigns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I played through both campaigns, so I'm not in a rush to.
So
not in
the
a rush to
Battlefield
acquire it.
So Battlefield 1's free on what, Xbox today?
No,
Just the premium DLC.
Yeah.
And then all the other stuff.
Yoshi is gone. Like we started talking Battlefield and just out of there.
There he is. Heard his name.
What?
I just made a joke because we started talking about like modern video game shooters, and I just look at your chair and it's empty.
It's like rocking back and forth.
Yep, it was.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
Anyway,
anyway,
think about your shooters.
Check it out, Musty. There's a couple different bundles of Battlefield depending on what you want.
I was gonna say, Eric, though, you also have to watch out for Black Friday deals too. That's another reason why I'm not purchasing everything right away either. You know, there's got
Maybe
stuff.
for a Gamers Club.
Well, not for Gamers Club because Gamers Club doesn't work on Black Friday anyway.
Yeah.
So
are you talking about then the Battlefield I purchased today?
no, I'm just talking about deals in general. Basically, that's why I'm
Yeah.
only doing 2 games. I'm not
Oh, I
buck
see.
wild on it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I didn't pre-order. Yeah, I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't buy a lot of. I bought some like the week before my Gamers Club expired. That whole week, I didn't really buy anything, and I thought I might look on Sunday if they had a new weekly sale, but they didn't. All right, it expired. So, but yeah, I'm hoping for Black Friday, and there's a bunch of stuff coming out this year that I'm not getting. Like we talked about Red Dead or Spider-Man yet. Hoping to get some good stuff at Black Friday though.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're absolutely right.
Are you gonna get Starlink right away?
Me?
Anybody other than Musty?
I don't know. I'm interested, and I forgot about it until Musty talked about it. I was interested in it when they talked about it at E3.
Yeah, they just did another extended gameplay preview on something.
Is it up on the major retailers for pre-order?
Yes.
I'm just trolling with that, by the way.
Right there.
See, that I might have said I should pre-order because I am interested in it enough, and 20% off. Damn, I'm kind of upset now.
And mostly nobody's talking about it.
Because I completely forgot about it.
But it's a $75 game. Would your 20% apply?
Yeah.
It would. Okay.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
that would
pre-ordered the
Collector's
I'll tell
edition.
Ryan this. I pre-ordered the Super Smash bundle with the controller.
Mhm.
And because it was a game,
Yeah.
I got 20% off the whole thing.
Yep. The gaming controller.
So
It was
I don't
that
know,
and like
Ryan, maybe try
amiibos.
this Starlink and see
I should
if
probably
we
try to see if I can get some of the amiibos because amiibos, might be
Amiibos
my-
also work for some weird reason. Those will come off 20% too.
I hear a musty cat.
Yeah. Shoot, I wish I had pre-ordered this.
And I have a little brat here that likes to cause
There's a,
trouble while I sleep.
Wolf sold out.
There's a Game Explain hands-on preview.
Well,
I just dropped the link in the.
oh, thanks.
But so the nice thing is, I will just tell you this because Steven makes a point of there's spaceship toys that you'll.
Yeah.
What I understand is that you can just scan them in once, and then you can select them out of an actual menu in game.
Okay.
So you don't have to physically. A lot of people are laughing at the Joy-Con grip that has this pedestal on it that you put all the stuff onto.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you don't have to have that. You can play it portable without that base.
Okay.
So,
No Man's Skylanders.
No Man's Skylanders.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is like that.
Oh boy.
That's funny. It seems
That,
like an app.
yeah, that
description.
joke hasn't been made in a while.
I think we made that joke when it got revealed last year at E3.
Yeah. I don't remember
Right.
where that originated.
Oh, I doubt it was us.
Yeah, so do I. I didn't want to deny on the off chance, though, because I couldn't remember.
It was totally me. I'm taking all the credit. It was me. And Steven's right. Cool kids always have the spaceship on the controller. But yeah, it looks like they played for 2 hours.
With the ship on the controller.
Did I kill my Twitter?
Freaking brat of a cat.
Yeah, it's a Star Fox game. It straight up is a Star Fox game.
Without Star Fox.
What?
What do you mean?
No Man's Sky? Or
No.
what?
Not
I'll
without.
try.
Not without.
I have a furry cat here. It's demanding attention. It's mad because I keep throwing it out. If someone wouldn't try to get in stuff in my lab, she wouldn't have to be thrown out all the time.
Ban Mr. Kitty.
Well, do you think it's good if the cat's playing around in solder and
Yes, I do.
all the other stuff?
I do.
Are you saying you want my cat to get lead poisoning?
I didn't say that.
How nice is your cat?
She's a good girl. Mostly. Other than when I wake up in the middle of the night and she's in stuff she's not supposed to be. So someone's going to get thrown out when I go to sleep.
There are too many games on the shelf.
I'm looking through the Ubisoft sale as well.
I didn't.
Well, I
see
was
anything
thinking
there.
about going to a game convention this weekend.
The one in Jersey?
Yeah. Then I realized I don't feel like driving for like 5 to 6 hours to go to a game convention.
What?
What?
You can meet John Riggs. Get some tips on making repros.
I don't think I need those.
You don't need tips?
Just the tips.
Dude.
I got plenty of tips, man. I got a drawer full of tips.
For days.
Tips with days.
I should have more tips tomorrow.
I'm really glad he doesn't get the initial joke.
Yeah.
When do I ever get the initial joke?
I'm
When?
going to guess never.
Exactly.
Just law
I
of
need
averages.
other students that have no idea how I never get jokes. And then I go overboard on certain problems, and they're like, "You didn't have to do that." I don't know. I'm the guy that gets his lab report back and gets over 100% on it somehow. What?
Where did FitNet go?
Sounds like some professors
Come
don't
here.
know what 100% means.
No, that means he gave me
I was
plus
looking to
5.
Put some games. For my,
Thoroughness.
put some games on my shelf that have been building up. I cleaned them earlier before the hangout started, and I was just gonna pick a down moment to just start stacking
Look
them
what
on the
you
shelf.
do. Look at all this crap. She keeps shedding. She's shedding everywhere.
Bad Mr. Kitty.
It's a kitty.
Is this
All
a
right.
Mr. Kitty? This doesn't look like a Mr. Kitty to me. When have you ever seen a male calico?
It's a genetic impossibility, I know.
Really? Flop, flop. Just like, rob me. Rob me.
I have to get out the Discord because it looks like Fitnet and Agent Polo are talking all about Iron Fist Season 2. And only 3 episodes in.
Yeah, that was a while ago. I tried to keep it away from spoilers.
It doesn't look like he did, though. So
I don't think there's any spoilers in there. I would have to look.
I don't know. Stuff that I saw something that I didn't see in the episodes yet, and I was like, oh, I don't want to go any further because I want to be surprised.
There was one thing, but I think he deleted it. I'll double check there to see if there's anything that I would actually consider a spoiler. In the movies section?
Yeah, movies and TV.
Yeah. I mean, obviously I was having the conversation, but it's been a bit.
I've been enjoying it from what I've seen. But,
Yeah, it's good.
I just had a really busy weekend, so I couldn't really watch much of it.
Yeah, I put that over my priorities from Spider-Man, just so it's like, okay, watch all Iron Fist and then dig into Spider-Man. Because it's faster to watch Iron Fist than it is to beat Spider-Man.
Especially if he keeps pulling his punches.
Hmm?
That's a bad Spider-Man joke, I think.
That was a Civil War joke. They're
Oh,
pulling
yeah,
punches in Civil War.
Hmm. That's been even longer.
But Spider-Man was in that. So there you go, Monty, a bonus point.
Oh, would you look at that?
How far down was the thing that you were concerned about?
I looked away. I had to because I was just like, it might have been right towards the top of the start of your conversation. But it was something maybe relating to the suit, and I was like, oh, not looking any more further.
Okay, I'll read through this.
Because I didn't want to. Granted, I turned away when I read something right away that I was just like, oh, I wanted to be surprised, so turn away. Even if it's not a spoiler, I'm not taking the chance of reading anything that is something I haven't seen on the show yet.
Yeah, I found myself finding new feeds to mute periodically in Discord.
I'm sorry, that's funny.
Well, I mean,
I'm finding all kinds of new stuff to mute.
I mean,
it's probably whenever I start posting somewhere. I just go on huge tangents.
It ebbs and flows.
Mm.
It's like, okay, suddenly, like, I don't want to be, well, like, I muted the Spider-Man thread. I don't even want to think that it's there.
Oh, good idea.
There, actually.
Like,
is there a Spider-Man thread?
Yep.
Yeah, spoiler
Go mute it. I'm kidding. I'm never on Discord.
That's the easy way to mute it. Just don't be there in the first.
I want to. I just like forget. And I never get notifications on it, so I never think, oh, there are some notifications.
If a spoiler's dropped on the Discord and no one's there to see it.
Yeah, exactly. Let me see what these are. So what does this mean? I got 2, like under general. Does that mean I was mentioned or that there's 2 new messages? Because I guarantee you there's thousands of new messages.
If there's a red number 2, that means you were mentioned. Either you were mentioned or the everyone was used.
If you haven't logged in weeks, I used to... Oh, that's in general. So,
how do I find my mentions?
There's a.
Is there a way to go to the ones that are directly?
There's an @ sign in the upper right hand corner. It says mentions.
Where? Okay, wait a minute.
Like there's a search box to the right of that. There's a @ and then there's.
No,
I'm using the web site itself.
Is it on my phone? Can you see it there?
Oh, I'm not on your phone. Hold on.
I see a search. I see a group of 2 people, and I see 3 dots.
I was on the Discord, like on the actual.
No, I know. Web. Yeah, all right. But you say, what is it? An @ sign? And it'll tell you where you've been mentioned?
I found it.
Oh, here
So hit the hamburger in the upper left-hand corner.
Okay, the 3 bars. Okay,
the 3 bars, yeah.
Yeah.
And then at the bottom, there's 3 icons. There's you, your picture, your name. There's 3 icons.
Oh, @
Yep.
Hit that.
And there's your recent mentions across all. You could either go all servers, or if you're in multiple servers.
Now, this is the part that frustrates me. Because it said I had 2 mentions in general and 4 in something else. And I clicked the @ sign. I don't know if you can see this. Nothing. It says nothing. It says there's nothing there.
It might be in the streams that you have the other ones. Because I used to do @everyone for the stream links, for the Hangouts.
So those aren't specific mentions for you.
Here's my phone. I'm going to hold it up again. Can you see where it says new mentions?
Not focusing.
Yeah, but you can see the little square on the round icon.
Here, click on it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see the square to the bottom right of the circle icon on the left.
There's a 4 there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it says new mentions here. So I'm going to go up to where they are. It says there are 4 mentions in the streams channel.
That's my fault.
Why, when I clicked on @
because
does it say there's nothing?
So we can message the entire server by using @everyone, which is not specifically you.
Okay, so those are likely.
Yeah. So
that's Hangout links. That's what I was doing.
Yeah.
But I stopped doing that because I figured exactly this situation would occur and the notifications would start getting annoying.
Do you tag everyone in the Hangout links?
Yeah.
How do you tag everyone? I don't see anything in the text that says everyone. Is it in metadata somewhere?
You have to scroll up. It's probably weeks ago.
Yeah, weeks and weeks ago.
Okay. All right.
It would say at everyone on the new ones. Just go to that section and go to the bottom or anything.
No, I was at the bottom. There's no at everyone on it for today. Did you do it today?
No.
Did you do at everyone today? No.
Nope.
They're probably old. You're probably right. I'm just Thank you. I'm an old man. I don't know how this new stuff works.
No, it's fine. It's just at least there's
a newfangled internet
for it.
Hey, I think it's great that you're giving this thing a try.
Well, I just want to, if people mention me, I don't want to be rude.
Yeah.
But I'm never on this. If they mention me, I'd like to respond. But
here, let me do a test.
I'll mention you real quick here. I'll pull it up.
Let's all do it.
No, you don't have to.
No, we're doing it. Too late.
I'm the most popular girl at the ball.
There you go.
Oh boy.
Okay, that was weird. Okay, so I got a 1.
Uh-huh.
And it says
so now
I was mentioned in stream.
Yeah, go to that.
I'm going to go to the @ okay?
Yep.
I'm going to click on the @ You guys are the best. Musty Hobbit sends me the so friendly message test.
There you go.
True sign of friendship right there. All right, thank you. No, I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm very grateful. General, another mentioned. Rocket Sauce says, hi, Mighty Tito. All right. Thank you for the remedial training.
There you go.
Remedial as in remedying my shortcomings of using, what the hell is it called? Discord.
Mm-hmm. Good tinker time, if you ever go hit the bathroom at work, taking a dump, just see what's going on here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will do it when I'm taking a dump at work.
There you go. Now you're learning.
Now I'm like the value of Discord. Something you check when you have nothing better to do. I thought that was Twitter. Anyway.
But see, my work doesn't repress Twitter. They repress Discord.
They do?
Yeah, so
it's blocked?
I can't get on. Well, I tried to get on a couple of times and suddenly it wasn't working. So I stopped trying because I didn't want to push it. I didn't want to be like the one throwing up the red flags if for some reason they don't want people going on Discord.
Yeah.
Because there is no work reasoning why I should
be on Discord.
Right. I mean, there really isn't for Twitter either, but
yeah, it's hard to. I just do it from. I don't have my phone connected to my work network because then they want to take all kinds of control over my phone. So I just use cellular. I presume you can get on your data plan and get to it, right? Yeah. So I don't connect my phone to the network for that reason. So like when I take a break, I can get onto the Discord. On my phone. There you go.
And for that reason, you're out.
Yeah, so like there was that one stretch where I was on constantly, where it was like I kept posting stuff like every hour. Like there was just here's the deal, and then that all kind of happened, and I was like, okay, I was probably on that too much, which I don't understand because it's not like it's a huge data suck, especially not for a company of my size. I mean, I'll just play my YouTube videos in the background and oh well.
Yeah.
Because I listen to I'll just throw on music, 8 hours worth of music every day.
Oh yeah, you stream music at work?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I know I should use Spotify. Trav. Calling me out.
Is Spotify a pay service?
No.
It's not.
I mean, it can be.
It can be. There's a premium.
The no ads version.
Okay, so you get ads. And is this one of the ones where you can only skip one song every hour or something?
That was Pandora.
I don't think you can add songs to your own playlist or something like that.
Okay.
It won't save your playlists or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know the difference. Pandora, Spotify, they're both streaming services, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is Spotify good though? Because Amazon Prime Music is not, and I am not subscribed to Apple Music currently. So I'm open to alternatives.
Oh, Amazon. Do we get music through Amazon Prime?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
I could look into that at work.
Yeah, the American one might be good. The Canadian one is not.
Yeah, I don't use it, but yeah, here it is. Get Spotify free. Millions of songs, no credit card needed.
Okay.
Then there's a premium version.
Yeah.
Oh, so they don't require a credit card, so it's possible to create an account without a credit card?
There is a free version of Spotify, yes.
Yeah, but sometimes they still want a credit card, on file just in case.
Just in case you really want to change your mind.
Am I mistaken? Doesn't PlayStation Network do that? Don't they require you to put a credit card in just so they can?
Do.
Huh?
I think you're right.
Even though you never plan on using it, you have to have a credit card on file.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's Amazon. Somebody does it. Anyway, okay.
Most of them do, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yes. Spotify doesn't require the base free membership does not require a card. It doesn't appear.
Okay. Oh, maybe I'll look into it.
Yeah.
And you can just sign up with your Facebook page.
Yeah, but if you have
That doesn't help
Amazon
me.
Prime, just download the app and you're in. You're done.
There's that.
Amazon?
Yeah. But here's an example of why that is a terrible app in Canada for if you're into heavy metal. They have, or rock even, they have a single AC/DC song.
No way, really?
Yes. They have You Shook Me All Night Long because they work on the playlist structure, so it's like in a workout playlist.
Wow. Okay.
And that's the only reason they have it. Same with like Red Hot Chili Peppers, they have one song. Like the most obscure they go is Nightwish, which is like this symphonic death metal type band. But like with opera vocals with some of the initial albums. But like they had 3 albums from them. And after a couple months of after about a month of using it for me, they took one of the albums down. I don't know why. But they had so little and they removed another one.
Jeez. Okay.
Ooh, Amazon Prime has a video game music station.
You're kidding me, really?
Yeah. They don't have any of the soundtracks for Star Wars, but they have the soundtrack to Lollipop Chainsaw.
Okay.
That's great. Yeah, all
I
four
listen to video game music.
all
There's
four,
no
all
lyrics.
4 Distant Worlds discs are on here.
By the way, all the things I'm saying are for the Canadian one. It's completely different licensing for the US, and yours has been around for much longer.
Yeah, okay.
But like, it's just weird stuff. Like I tried to look up this Viking metal band, and they had one album, and I looked how many songs from the album they had. They had 2 of them. Out of an entire album, they only have 2 tracks, and they're both the bonus track covers of other people's songs. What's the selection process here?
Yeah.
They only have Number of the Beast. If you want to look up Iron Maiden, it's nuts. It's it sucks if you're into heavy metal at all.
Yeah, I'll bet it does.
It is absolutely terrible.
Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate I keep hearing about all these new things, but I can't keep track. Like I mentioned, I was talking about Pandora. Is that's old school?
Probably
now, out of date now. Everything's Spotify. Anyway, all right.
YouTube's trying to do a music thing. They keep telling me every time I open the application, or at least on my phone where I'm not actually signed in.
And you mean how they keep asking you to do stupid stuff? Like, hey, do you want this? No.
Yeah.
I didn't want it the first time you asked me. I didn't want it the second time. I didn't want it the 200th time. I still don't want it.
Jackal! It's a jackal! If it wasn't correct the first time. But yeah, with the ads, like the YouTube Premium, every time an ad plays, it's like, do you want YouTube Premium? No! Ugh. One more YouTube gripe. They keep changing how the apps work on consoles. And they just keep doing these different various things. The one thing they never do is, you know what would be really nice to have quick access to in the menu bar? The like button. I'm sure creators would love it if they had easy access to the like button, but you have to do 5 clicks to get to the like button.
Yeah.
Try to do that in the last 5 seconds of a video. It's like, oh yeah, I should probably like this video. Nope, too late.
Yeah.
Erg.
You mean on like friggin' consoles?
Yeah, on
I
consoles.
missed the first
I
half
need
of
to
that.
turn it off.
Yeah. Yeah. It could be like most for the consoles where you can't even like or subscribe or do anything while you're watching videos. You can just watch videos. Ow.
Or you could also just watch videos on your phone like a normal person, not some weirdo who watches it on a console.
My console's hooked up to my TV.
Weirdo.
What's this discussion? We're making fun of people who watch YouTube on consoles?
No, we're not.
Yes.
I am.
Yes, he is.
So, I exclusively watch it on my PlayStation 4.
That is such a weird thing to be like against. You
Weirdos.
you are literally against convenience. That is what you're. Yeah, that's what
I
you're
don't
complaining
like.
about.
I wish it was easier to get to the thumbs up.
That's exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah. Sorry, I was distracted
It's fine.
because Steven's in the Discord now.
Da-da-da-da.
Steven's in
boy.
the Discord? No, he should be in the YouTube chat. What's going on?
I am gonna Discord him up right now.
Yeah,
Can't he be in both?
the amount of Monster Hunter discussion just went up 100%.
You can't wait for
Is
the
there
any
monster
Monster
spoiler
Hunter?
discussion to come up here.
I wish that the other thing I wish was that chat was better. Hopefully you didn't talk, not chat, but commenting. on
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
you
why
can
I hardly
totally
ever
do it.
comment on stuff.
That's one of the reasons I don't comment. The other is I'm lazy.
You know what bugs me?
A lot.
arachnids.
Cockroaches.
People that
Ew.
decide
SpongeBob
to
references.
ship non-media mail items through media mail, so then the post office ends up sending it back to where it came from, where you never get it.
You know what really grinds my gears? That.
You know,
Video
what
games are not media mail.
bullshit.
Potentiometers are not media mail. I wish I was kidding.
Hey, they're just trying to save some money.
Mm-hmm. Don't be hating.
America.
They tried. They had to switch to first class. Because the post office went, this isn't a book. Because they're allowed to open up the media mail packages to see if it's a book or not. So, yeah. It's obviously not a book. Or like an educational DVD or some educational crap.
This is not a DVD. One other person here gets that reference.
You know, on a related note, did you hear that Limited Run was putting up a bunch of fake products to stop bots?
I did not know that.
Okay, so
No.
this is not a DVD thing. I don't, you mentioned that before, but they were like putting up things that are like, this is not the product. This is a fake product to trick bots. That was the product description. Okay.
Apparently, people like to buy their video games these days.
They have
Because
a
that's
really
the only way you can get them.
They have a really long pre-order for Ukulele. You have to like October 7th to pre-order it. If you
I
want
like
for
that
the
they're
Switch.
doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
Is this the one where you can pre-order it and they'll make however many are ordered?
Yeah.
That is a pre-order, my friend. That is
Yeah.
an actual pre-order.
Yep.
Not
So
this
I'm glad
other crap where it's
because
a pre-purchase.
I'm glad they're giving like a month to do it. So you like for me, last weekend was a really bad weekend where honestly I forgot until whatever. But now I got time. I was like, I even got a month, so I can save up some money here if I want.
Are you going to get that thing?
I think so.
Are you going to get and
Because
get the
now I have now the thing about it is it's discerning a little bit because of the price. It's $50. Okay.
Okay.
But if you look at their listing, it's because it's $40 on the Nintendo eShop for that game. Now I have that originally for the PS4, But the thing is, the reason why I want it on the Switch, I originally pre-ordered it for the Wii U, and back to Kickstarter for it on the Wii U. They canceled it because the Wii U was dying and the Switch was coming out. So they said they were going to switch their production for the to the Switch version of it, if you will. The PlayStation version and the Xbox version were outsourced to another company to make, and those two versions are the more buggy versions, while Playtonic made the PC and the Switch version. So that's the other reason why I want to get the Switch version. And from my understanding, granted, it's not as graphically as beautiful on as the PS4 and the Xbox version. It runs better, and well, it still looks fine. It's just you're not. It's 720p versus 1080p or something like that. So,
okay.
So. But if it runs better, I'm more about it running better, I guess, than being graphically impressive.
All right.
So I'm debating it because that's the version I was gonna buy was for the Wii U, the Nintendo version, and that's the one they made. The developers actually worked on that version.
Okay. Good night, Steven.
See you, Steven.
What did you say? What was that last thing?
Bye, Steven.
No, before you said Papamon. What did you say? Okay, I don't know. I missed it. It's gone. I'll go rewind.
Too bad. It's too late. It's over.
There's no way I can ever find out what you said.
Nope. It's gone. It's not recorded or.
It's not recorded.
There's no documentation of this conversation whatsoever.
That's right. I was looking at the chat and I was being made fun of in the chat. My Chicago accent got out, apparently. Okay. I'm going to have to sign off.
I see how this is. Yeah.
Well, I'll probably just sign off now. All right, gents. Thanks for the chat. Have a good evening. Something like 5 weeks, 6 weeks till PRGE.
Oh, my.
We're getting there. All right, guys. Have a good night.
Before you leave, did we decide on dinner plans for Friday yet, or no?
Melissa's working on it still. It's going to be a little different than previous years because I think Base Guy is getting in a little later than normal. So we were planning to have dinner a little bit later to accommodate.
I got good news for Base Guy. There's a Taco Bell not far from the hotel whatsoever.
Well, okay.
Is that really good news?
It's great.
We were going to delay the dinner so that he could attend to a little bit later. So
now you can delay the dinner so you don't have to go to Taco Bell.
No.
Why can't it be both?
Yeah, can we just go to Taco Bell for
Taco Bell is like delicious.
So
Did
good.
Yoshi just say Taco Bell is delicious?
I heard him say that.
Yep.
Delicious. What the heck is going on? That doesn't sound like Yoshi. I had Taco Bell for lunch yesterday.
I've been eating a lot of fast food lately.
All right, man.
No judgment here.
Yeah,
it happens.
I can't speak about it.
Try to get that fix of your horse meat.
High quality horse meat.
So good.
That tasty horse burger.
I will. We'll get back to you guys as soon as we know something about the dinner plans on Friday. Anyway, check you guys out next week. Good night.
See you, Eric. Bye.
Bye.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna bounce too for tonight. Oh,
yeah,
Eric's still there.
I think we've hit.
Click hang up.
Nope, still there.
And now he's gone. But yeah, we've hit 3 hours anyway, so I think we're kind of done.
Sure.
I'll just turn my video off for the ending, I guess. I was just eating anyway. But anyone want to add anything before we go?
Check out the forums. Go over to the forums.
And also Discord.
Yeah. We also have a Patreon.
Join our newsletter.
Watch now.
Yeah.
That's basically like joining our newsletter. So
what did J-Rock used to say? Subscribe?
Like scribe.
There you go. Bye, everyone.
Okay. That's a good note to end on. See you guys next week.
All right.